Yo, what's good with you on today's video? This I got the what's it called? The how to make a tower sorry, I forgot. How to make a tower defense game. This is part 7 to the series and stuff. I'm gonna start taking note of everything and stuff that I do. So I'm gonna just show it to the beginning of the video so you guys know what to expect. So I just want to clarify, all of the stuff will not be shown in this video. The reason for that is because I've done that. As you can see, I've made improvements to the wave system and stuff, but then I've also created the trade system. The trade system, obviously, as you guys know, is on the main, that's on like the other place, the lobby, right? While all this other stuff, the wave system is in its own place. It would be too much for me to create the UI, make the script changes, then go back, because the trading UI, it's like a lot of stuff. Pretty much the video would be like 40 minutes long. I didn't want to do that. I thought it'd be best to just break it up, like just do like a 10-15 minute video showing you guys improvements to the wave system, and then make part 8 about the trading system. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna show you guys. So in this video, I'll be introducing unit caps. What that means is you guys know how you can only spawn a certain amount of units at a time, because obviously it would be broken if you could spawn an unlimited amount of units. You would easily be able to beat the waves. So you can spawn a maximum. I chose the number 15 because that's what toilet tower defense has, but you guys can choose whatever number you want. Then there's an enemy counter. You guys know how it's also displayed how many enemies are currently alive. So there's that. So the wave system, the wave system is actually like it properly displays what wave it is and stuff. Like it'll be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. I've also improved the wave system, so it's actually a proper wave system now. Like after a certain amount of enemies, based on the difficulty you chose. So if you choose easy after like 5 enemies, and if you're still like your gate is still has health and everything, then you'll move to like the next wave and stuff. And I've also made it so that enemies move faster each wave, so the speed won't be the same for each wave. Every wave you survive, the conveyor belt will speed up so that the enemies move along at a much faster rate. So yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first thing first, we got to make some changes to the UI as well as add some things. So the only rule, or actually no, it's more so just adding stuff. Yeah, not really changes, now I think about it. It's more so, well, no, actually there is one change. So with the money text label, the only thing I want to do with this is just make the size a little bigger. The reason for this is like, look, obviously I doubt a player would ever get like this much money, but like you guys see how it like runs off. We don't want that to happen. So let's just simply just increase the size by a bit. So we could do like 100. Yeah, we could do like 100 instead of 50 and stuff, because like, let's just say, for whatever reason the player had like 10,000, right? We could fit all of that, right? So boom. So just increase the size by a little bit, right? Then we're going to I'm going to insert a, I want to say let's do the wave text label first. So I'm going to insert a text label, right? I'm going to drag this to the top in the middle. I'm going to rename this to wave text label. As you probably guess, this is how we're going to display the waves. By default, we want the bold text, the scale text, rich text. You want to set the text to, by default, wave :1, because you're gonna set a wave 1, and then we want the text color to be white, but this is optional. You guys can set it up however way you want, with like in terms of like the colors and all that stuff. Then I'm set the background transparency equal to 1, and then I'm going to insert an image label, right? So we're just gonna type image label, boom. So again, optional. I would assume you guys will want to use images for this, because that's what that real tower defense games use. But yeah, so I'm just gonna drop in the IDs that I have. I don't think you guys can use the same IDs. You probably have to use your own. I don't know, because I don't know if it's the same as like animations and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in. So boom, I don't even know what those images are. So I just got these from Google. So I'm gonna make the background transparent, and then I'm gonna make them. You want to make them, very tiny and stuff, right? So like, oh, they're not many. Do 5,000. So like, no, that's actually still too. I think like 25 by 25. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna put it right here next to our hotbar, right? So this is going to be our, I can't remember which one this was. I think this is yeah, this is the enemy. So we're gonna name this to enemy. Enemy. I don't know how to spell. Jesus Christ. Enemy image label, right? Then you're going to duplicate that and then drag it under it, right? And then I'm going to name this one, this is going to be unit image label. Unit image label. And then of course I'm going to change this so that, we have a different image. So this is my image for our units. Then we need the actual text labels to display how much enemies there are currently and how many units the player has. So we're gonna insert another text label, right? We're gonna drag this over. You want the this text label to be pretty small because you want it to be right next to it. So I want to say like it's just gonna be a number, so it doesn't really need to be and plus it's not gonna be a big number either. So you could really do probably 50, but like maybe 25. Yeah, I want to say 50 by 25 should be good. So you want to rename this one to, this is enemies. So you're going to say enemy amount text label, right? And then for this, I don't think with this. I remember I did, yeah, transparent background. Sorry, I remember now. Transparent background, you already know, bold text, scale text, rich text by default, no text. Then I think I just went, yeah, with text color, white text color, black text show, and then yeah, I believe that was really it. And then we're just gonna duplicate this, drag this under. Oh, I forgot you can't drag things when you can't see it. I'm gonna make it transparent so I can just move it down. So you want to move right under, then this will be our unit display. So we change it to from enemy amount to unit amount, right? And then boom, just like that, guys, we are done with all of the UI stuff. We can now move on to the scripting, right? So we're gonna open up the core script, the local script, right? And then I'm gonna scroll down not too far. Here we're gonna add in 3 more of these types of functions, right? So as you guys can see, we need to create methods or functions, as to say, to keep track of how many enemies are, how many enemies there are, and how many units we have, as well as the what wave we're on. Now these functions are just going to update it just so that the player can see it and stuff. The actual functions that are going to keep track of, like, okay, this is how many enemies are alive, and also that'll be handled on the server side. Obviously this is just simply for just like to display it to the player. So we're literally actually just gonna like make this same function just like 3 different times. So you could just copy and paste it, Control C, Control V, Control V, and Control V, right? Let me space this out. So for this, obviously these values won't be in the leader stats because we don't want to display this. So I'm just gonna say player dot unit amount, which is the amount of units you're gonna have. We're gonna create this on the server side when we're done. So you're gonna say unit amount, and then you're gonna delete that part, and then you're gonna say dot change. Once that changes, we want the unit amount text label to update. So we're gonna change this to unit amount text label dot text. We obviously don't want the cash sign. So we're going to say player dot unit amount dot value dot quotation marks / and then you're going to put whatever your max value is and stuff. Obviously the max value to like actually check to make sure that the player doesn't have more than this will be done on the server side, but this is just simply for displaying purposes. So I just went with 15 because that's what Toilet Tower Defense has. So yeah, but you can set it to whatever you want. Moving on to our third function, this is going to be our enemy amount. So we're literally just going to do the same thing, change this to enemy amounts, delete the money portion, right? And then you're going to say enemy amount text label. For this, there can be an unlimited amount of enemies, so we don't need a / and a maximum. So we're just going to say player dot enemy amount value. And then for the last function, this is for the wave system. So we're going to say player dot current wave. We're going to say player dot current wave, and then delete the money part again. Change, and then we're going to say wave text label is equal to same thing. You're going to say, well, actually, it's going to be a little different. In quotation marks, put wave, colon, space, dot, dot, dot. Then you're going to put player dot current wave that value, right? And then boom, just like that, guys, we are done with the local script. That's literally everything. Now moving on to the server script. Okay, so let me go ahead and open up the core server script, right? And then I'm going to go right here. We're going to create these new values that I mentioned, the unit amount, enemy amount, and the current wave, so we can keep track of all this stuff. And these are the values we're going to use to keep track of it. So you want to create this before our own units, but create this after like our leader stats. So we can really just copy and paste. So just copy, paste, then rename it to unit amount. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, right? And obviously we want to parent this to the player. So for this, the unit amount, obviously, we're gonna start with 0, and then Control V once it. Oh, did I mean to do that? Control C, Control V. Then for the second one, it's going to be enemy amount. And then we also want to start with 0. So it's going to look the exact same aside from the names. Then we have our third and final value that we're adding, which is going to be current wave. So current wave, and then for this, obviously we're starting with 1. So current wave, and then boom. Oh, let me do that. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, and then we're starting with 1. You just start at wave number 1, right? And then we're going to scroll down here. Right after the unit folders variable, we're going to create a new variable. This is going to be our conveyor speed. So conveyor speed is equal to, then here you're going to put your default speed. So by default I had 15 before, right? So we'll increase the speed based on the wave, and based on like if the player survives the wave and stuff, right? But again, you can set this to whatever you want. And then I'm going to add a check here. Now here is how we actually check to ensure that the player is not placing more units than they're allowed to. So this is to ensure that they have only a certain amount that we want them to have. So we're going to add the check to say and player.unit amount.value is less than 15. And remember, this is where you set whatever you want your max value to be. So this for me will be 15, so that they won't have any more than 15 units and stuff. And by the way, for anyone wondering, I will add a unit removal system stuff. So like you can sell units for money and stuff, and then it'll go back down, so you're able to place another unit if you want to change. So yeah, I will add that in the future. So after we deduct the money, we also want to add to the we want to add to the unit amount so that we can keep track of it. So player.unit amount, that value is plus equal to 1, right? And then I modified the while loop just a little bit. So for the if statement, right, I didn't make no changes to that. And then we have the money value. I don't know what happened to this, so I'm gonna get the sound surface, then say the hit sound. I really have no idea what happened to this guy. I swear I included this in the video before, but for some reason it was gone. If you guys have this, or if you don't care to have a sound effect, then you can ignore it. I really don't know what happened, but yeah. So I just noticed that was gone and I just added it back. So inside of this if statement, pretty much when the enemy has died, we want to deduct it from the enemy amount. So player.enemy amount value is less than equal to 1, and then so that we are done with all the changes for this event, the place unit event. We can then move on to the start wave. There's obviously a lot of new stuff with the start wave event, since like I said, I made improvements and changes to the wave system. So we're gonna create another variable. We're gonna say local wave interval, and I'm gonna explain what this means. So again, we're not gonna assign it a value like the other values. So wave interval is just like the other values, is based off of whatever difficulty you chose. I don't know why I named it wave mode. I should have named it wave difficulty, but yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be based off what difficulty. So wave interval, what that means that this will be the set amount of enemies that have to be spawned in before you can move on to the next wave, right? So let's go ahead and set the values, then I'll explain some more. So wave interval, so for easy, I'm gonna say 5. What that means is 5 enemies have to pass, and you still have to be, your gate still has to have health left for you to move on to the next wave and stuff, right? What that means is this value should be increasing like the other values. It should be well, some of them, well, yeah, it depends. Spawn interval obviously decreases, but the wave limit and wave interval obviously will increase and stuff. But like hard, you probably want wave interval to be like 10 and stuff. Like you got to survive 10 enemies. You got to survive 10 enemies spawning quickly at that for you to move on to the next one, right? So then I'm gonna say wave interval for medium is 7, and then wave interval for for hard is 10. And then you guys can set these to whatever you want. You can set the values to whatever you want, right? Then we're gonna go down here. I didn't make any changes there. I did create a new variable, current enemy. So current enemy is equal to 0. So I just want to clarify something. This is not how many total enemies is alive or something and stuff. Remember, that's what this value is for. This is how many enemies are currently alive. What this value is going to keep track of, pretty much, it's going to say this. It's going to start by 0, right? Every time, so I believe the way it works, yeah, every time an enemy is spawned, it's going to increase by 1. Once it's equivalent to the wave interval, it's then going to move to the next wave. So if you're playing this on medium, you're playing the medium difficulty, and if your current enemy value gets to 7, then that means you're going to move on to the next wave. I just want to explain that so people didn't get confused, right? So then I added a, or actually no, I just kind of moved this around. So we're just going to copy this, right? You're going to put this at the beginning because we need to stop the wave system if this happens. So if I is equal to the wave limit and stuff, you know, that means they pretty much died, right? You want to put a break here because you just want to, you know, make sure it just stops, like everything just, you know, is just done for after that. So after we create the enemy, we're going to say current enemy plus equal to 1 because of course, you know, obvious reasons and stuff, so that we can allow the wave system to, okay, you have this many amount of enemies and stuff, we can possibly move on to the next wave. And then now to also update how many enemies are currently alive. So player dot enemy unit, or sorry, not unit, amount, that value is plus equal to 1. Both of them are just plus equals. And then after that, we're going to add an if statement down here. So we're going to say if current enemy is equal to wave interval, then that means we're going to move on to the next wave. So we're going to set it back to 0, of course. And then we're going to say player dot current wave, that value is plus equal to 1, moving on to the next wave. And then conveyor speed, we plus equal to whatever value you want to choose. I put 2, but it's whatever value you guys want to choose and stuff. It'll increase, which means the enemies will move a lot faster and stuff. You can also have an if statement that will increase the speed based on what difficulty they chose. And then we just have some minor things to adjust down here. So let me see. Oh, right here. So after an enemy hits the gate, which means, you know, which means they're dead essentially, right? We're gonna say was it after? Oh yeah, I gotta create a player variable. So we're gonna create a variable for the player. So player is equal to game dot players. Then you're just gonna say get children. We can do this because the only player that should be in the server is the player that's actually is just a single player. Because right now the tower defense game is only for single players. Like I'm saying, like the one I have made and stuff. So obviously we'll do multiplayer in the future, or maybe, I don't know, hopefully. But we'll say player dot enemy amounts dot value is minus equal to 1 because they're not dead. And then we're just going to change this. So instead of having it as set value, we're going to times this by the conveyor speed, right? Or I guess it would be conveyor multiplier. I guess that would be a better name. But anyway, then let's go ahead and test to make sure everything works. Okay, so make sure you publish your change. Make sure you publish your change because remember we have to actually what's it called? Y'all remember we got to actually go into the actual place to test this. So once you've published it and stuff, remember you have to go to the actual Roblox website, and then you have to, you know, you have to actually boot the game up and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead. I know you guys can see anything right now. I'm about to load up the game, and then I will show you guys. Okay, so right now I am loading in. Okay, there we go. So I've got a server now, and there we go. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna equip my units. I mean, it's not like it really matters, but actually no, it does matter because we actually do need to test to make sure that the wave system and stuff, right? Oh, so I know you guys can see the trade and stuff like that right now. That's gonna be in part. Wait, this is part 7. It's gonna be in part 8 and stuff. So I'll show you guys how to do that. But here's a little quick preview and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show you guys. I can't trade with myself, so I can't really go any further than that. But yeah, so we're gonna hop on the teleporter and stuff. We have to test to make sure that one, the unit caps work. I can only spawn up to 15 people. Make sure that the enemies, the amount of enemies that are alive is displayed correctly. Make sure that the wave system, like it's going wave 1, wave 2, and that the enemies move faster. But I don't really think, yeah, I don't have like way to test that. If anyone, again, if you guys find any bugs, y'all just let me know. Okay, so I'm here, and for some odd reason, unit. Dang, I was gonna say there's like, it's weird because there's no voting unit amount. I spell something wrong. So line 32 of the local script. Okay, well, y'all go. That means we have to go back. So local script line 32. I see. Oh wait, what? 32. Oh, I put units. My bad, guys. Okay, so y'all fix that. Sorry, I gotta boot the thing up again. So y'all fix that. Publish it, and then we're gonna come back. I was not expecting to make an issue. I was not expecting to have make an issue. a mistake on the local script. I was expecting more so the server. That's usually what it is. It's usually the server scripts, not the local scripts. But okay. So we're back here, right? Gonna equip all of our units, and then I'm gonna hop on the teleporter, and then it's going to teleport us back. So just let you guys know, if you haven't already seen part, again, I keep forgetting this part. This is part 7, I think. Part 8 will be I don't know what date this is. This video is on Monday. Okay, so part 8 will be on Wednesday, so in 2 days from today and stuff. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting too long with the trade system and stuff. Okay, so once we head over, let's hope we see. Okay, we see the voting. See the voting system. Okay, great. All right, so I'm gonna vote easy, right? There you go. You guys see the enemy system is being displayed correctly. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the enemy system is being displayed correctly, right? So we're gonna wait for the enemies to you guys see. Once they spawn in, it updates. Once they die, it's set back to 0, and then you guys see it's spawning in. It's showing how many units I currently have spawned. Now let's go ahead and just test to ensure that what's it called? I can only spawn up to 15. So I'm gonna just wait. That's what I'm really just wait. I have to wait until I get enough money because I just can't, buy them. So everything seems to be working. Everything seems to be working great. Okay, so boom. And then let me wait. I gotta spawn like. Oh, and also the wave system is also working, as you guys can see. It's perfect. Move to wave 2, and it'll probably move to wave 3 or wave 4 by the time we finish testing. Yeah. So, boom. Okay, I just need to test. I gotta spawn 5 more and then see if I'm able to spawn another one. Boom, boom. Okay. Not gonna lie, this is taking forever. I probably should have chose the hard difficulty. Now that I really think about it, I should have honestly chose the hard difficulty. Okay, there we go. 13. Okay, one more enemy is all it takes, and boom. Okay, I got 14. Okay, no, I lied. One more. We should be moving to wave 3 any second now. There we go. Wave 3. Okay, so boom, 15. Okay, so now I'm currently at the max. Now let's wait to see for one more enemy so I can have enough money to purchase another unit. Boom. Okay, I can't spawn any more units and stuff. Yep, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys have been showing our channel. I really do appreciate it. We're already on the way to 11K after hitting 10K. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, if you guys find any bugs or any issues or anything, let me know in the comments and I'll address those in future videos and future parts and stuff. And yeah, just keep showing the series love, and I will continue keep the series up. Trading system is next, by the way, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye. Yo, what's good with y'all? In today's video, this is part 7 of how to make a tower defense game. In this video, I'll cover how to make a trading system and stuff. We're gonna introduce that and everything. It took me a minute to finalize it and stuff. I already know they're more than likely. Well, I think I thought of most of the scenarios to prevent any issues, but if you guys do find any bugs, I already know. Let me know in the comments. You already know. Show the video lots of love. Leave a like, leave a comment, and just support the video, and I will continue with the series and stuff. But yeah, thank you all for all the love and support you guys been showing me. We're on our way to 11,000 subscribers, and let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the UI, and then we'll move to the scripting. So I'm gonna open up the core GUI, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate the summon button. So select it, Control D, drag it above it, right? I'm just gonna delete everything inside of the summon frame, and then we're pretty much just gonna start everything. Yeah, we're just gonna start everything anew, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have our summon text button. I'm gonna rename this, right? This is now our trade text button. I'm gonna change the background color to match the one in Total Tower Defense, so yellow. We're gonna change the text, set it to trade, go inside, rename the main frame to trade frame. So that's trade frame. Obviously by default this will not be visible, but just for the sake of creating it, we're going to go ahead and make this. So you actually want border size pixel to be set to 0, background transparency 1. We don't even want to see it. That's the thing. We don't even want to, there's nothing, we're gonna put frames inside of it. The only thing we're actually gonna have that's actually visible is the close button. Yeah, it's really just the close button and then the header. So yeah, so then I'm gonna go ahead and insert a scrolling frame, into the trade frame. So into the scrolling frame, this is going to, we're going to call this our trade list frame. So this is going to have a list of all the players inside the server so that you can send trade requests to them. So I'm just going to drag this over here. I want this kind of in the middle, but more so to the right, right? I'm gonna drag this over here, and then I'm gonna change the sizing to be, I think I did like 200 by 300, or was it? It might have been 200. Yeah, 200 by 200 is too short. So we're gonna do 200 by 300. I'm gonna have this right here, right? Or I'm gonna drag it down a little actually, right? So we're gonna have our trade list frame here. We're gonna insert a UI grid layout into it so that we can sort everything properly. So for the UI grid layout, we can really play around with the sizes and stuff. So to really see how it looks, I would recommend doing this. You're going to insert a text button or text label, up to you guys, right? And then from here, we're just going to change the background color just so that we can see it and stuff. So obviously we want that to be different. So let's set X to like maybe 180, yeah, 180, because I need to be space. So 170, I need space there. And then let's set this to like, I don't know, maybe 40. Or no, maybe 60 might actually be better. I think 60, and then also the button is also gonna be, it's gonna have a UI corner thing in it. So then I'm gonna change the horizontal alignment to center, right? But again, you guys don't have to do that. That's up to y'all. It's still, yeah. Let me change the Y. So Y will be changed to like 50. I think 50 should be good. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna leave it as, and then you guys can delete the text label after, because we're gonna insert the text buttons via the script, right? So just like that, we are actually done with the trade list frame. I'm gonna then I'm inserting this into the trade frame itself. I'm gonna insert a text label. This is gonna be our header. You're gonna put this at the top of the trade list frame. Set the background transparency, or actually hold on, let's make it bold text, scale the text. I'm gonna say the word trade, and then I'll set the text color to a nice bright blue, and then the text stroke color to a dark blue. And then text stroke transparency is equal to 1. Background transparency is equal to, oh, that's what I was looking for. That was so confused. Anyway, background transparency is equal to 1, and then it'll just be above it and stuff. Actually, I wanted a lighter blue. I wanted a lighter shade of blue. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, so there we go. We're gonna rename this to trade text label, right? So boom, that's our trade text label. And then I'm going to I'm just gonna clone this over from one of the other buttons. So open up, it could either be the summon text button or the unit text button. You're just gonna go find the close text button, and you're just gonna press copy or control C, then close it, and then you're going to right click on the trade frame, right click on the, I don't know what's going on, then click paste into, right? And then boom, we have our close text button. So then I'm just gonna drag this to the side over here, right? And then just our close text button. We actually don't have to do anything. It was just positioning. So we're finished with the trade list frame. Now we have 2 more frames to make: the trade handler frame and then the trade incoming frame. So I guess I will I'll handle the trade incoming frame first. So this is going to be a regular frame. These other 2 frames are going to be regular, by the way. So yeah, I'm just going to insert a regular frame. I'm going to drag this all the way over here. It's going to be to the right. And then now that I think about it, I feel like I could kind of move this over a little. Yeah, I want to say we can move this over. So yeah, guys, we could really move this over just a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Or like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you're going to rename this frame, right? This frame is going to be trade incoming frame. So this is used to see when someone's trying to trade with you and stuff. Like you would go here, or not go there, it would pop up on your screen, and you would either accept or decline a request to trade. So then it doesn't need to be too big or anything. Probably maybe 200. I think, yeah, 200 by 200 might be, yeah, I think 200 by 200 is fine. I'm gonna insert a UI corner into it. This is optional, you guys don't have to do this. So I'm gonna just make it nice and round, right? So then I'm going to insert a, let me think, what I put in here? Oh yeah, we need an accept button, decline button, and then just a trade. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna insert a text label. You guys can insert a text label into it, right? You're gonna do your customizations to it. So background transparency will be 1. Not that it really, you can see the difference, but you're gonna set the text equal to bold, scaled text. You're going to set the text is going to be, by default, it'll just be trade request colon, and then we're gonna have the name of whoever's trying to trade with the person here. It'll say trade request. Then if it was me, it'd say SpyJ19. Then we're gonna set the text color to going by the same thing, light blue with a dark blue text stroke. So boom, trade request, right? And then we're just gonna leave that at the top there, and then rename this to, what's this called again? I think it was just called the trade. Yeah, trade incoming text label. So trade incoming text label. Then we're gonna insert a button into it, right? So we're gonna insert a button into the trade incoming frame. So boom, throw in a button. You're gonna drag this down. So you really just want this to be, yeah, just below the trade request, or the trade incoming text label, I should say. This is going to be our accept button. So okay. So it's going to be our accept text button. Let me just double check to make sure everything is good. Okay, everything's good. So this is going to be our accept text button. So same thing, I'm going to duplicate the UI corner and throw it into the accept. I spelled accept wrong. Accept text button, right? Boom. Background color will obviously be green, right? So boom. Then I'm going to scroll down, bold text, text scales, rich text, set the text equal to accept. Text color will be white, and then text stroke transparency will be equal to 0, and text stroke color will just remain black. So we have our accept button, right? It's a small little menu. And then I'm just gonna duplicate this. So Control D, drag it under, and then you're just gonna rename the other one to, I believe it was just called decline text button. Yeah. So you're just going to rename this to decline, and then we're going to need to do some modifications to it, of course. Decline text button, set the background color equal to red, change the text to the word decline, right? And then boom, just like that, we are done with the trade request frame. That's literally all we got to do. By default, obviously, this is going to be not visible, right? And then we literally just have one more frame to make, and this is going to be the trade. This is actually the trade handler frame, right? So for this, you're going to want to insert a frame into the trade frame, right? You're going to drag this one to the left. The reason why I had I tried to move all the stuff to the right is because I wanted to leave enough space on the left. So you're going to drag this over here. I want to say 300 by 300 should work. So we could try that, 300 by 300, and just drag it a little above so it doesn't, it's not over the hotbar. So boom, we have our frame. You're going to rename this frame to trade handler frame. This is the actual frame that's going to handle what's it called, where you're going to actually be trading and stuff. Once you've accepted a trade, or once the person you sent a request to trade is accepted it, this is where you're actually going to do the trading. Then same thing, I'm gonna just throw in a UI corner, right? So for this, I'm leaving the background color equal to white, right? We need to add in a couple of things. I say first thing we do is take care of the text labels. So we need a your offer and other offer text labels. So first things first, let me insert a text label. I'm gonna change the background, or actually no, it doesn't need a background. So background transparency will be equal to 1. Let's do the text. So set the text equal to bold, rich text, set the text equal to your offer, right? Then I'm gonna set this, I'm gonna make this a nice light blue color, since this will be referring to just like the player who's currently trading. So scale the text, and then obviously we need the text label to be smaller because we want it to now that I think about it, I feel like this frame needs to be a little bit bigger. I really feel like this frame needs to be a little bigger. Okay, we're gonna make the frame a little bit bigger because I just feel like it needs to be like wider, I should say. So yeah, we're just gonna make it by 400. So you're gonna rename this to your offer text label, right? And then you're gonna want to decrease the size a little, the X value. So probably, I think 180. Yeah, 180 should be good because we do want to leave a space in between. So then you're gonna duplicate this, drag this over to the right side, and then this is going to display the other offer. So rename this to other offer. I'm going to do capital O, other offer text label. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell the difference here. This is the left side is going to display what you're able to offer and what you have selected, and the right side is going to display what the person you're trading with is displaying and offering to, or not. It's going to display what they're offering, not what they have, just what they're offering. So other offer text label, then of course change the text from your offer to other offer. I would also recommend changing the text color. I simply just felt it was just better to I simply felt it was really just better to change it because you just don't want confusion, you know. Like I just feel like it's like if you see a lighter color, you'll probably think, okay, like this is like that's mine. If you see another one, you know. Or sorry. Okay, yeah, yeah. We could leave the text. It doesn't really matter because we're gonna set this to whatever the player's name is, so it doesn't really matter what you do it. But the text color, I'm gonna just make this a dark blue, and then I'm gonna have to definitely make this a light, like a light blue, something like um, mm, yeah. I mean, yeah, we can still see that, you know. So I say we just go with something like that. It's dark, but you know, we can still see it. So yeah, other offer text label, and then we need to insert 2 frames and then 2 buttons. I say we do the yeah. Let's go from top to bottom. So let's insert the frames. So insert a frame. You're going to want to insert a regular frame, right? You're going to put this. The first one will be under the your offer one. And then you want it to kind of match up the sizing a little bit with the text labels above, like with the text. So probably I think maybe 150. 170 should work. Yeah. So I think we'll do 170 by 170 and see how that works. So if I duplicate this and then bring this over here, and I just realized I can't see the color. So I'm going to give this a border, right, just so you can see. And then of course I'm going to make the border color a nice light blue. So boom. Probably best to match the colors too as well. So yeah, so there, boom. Now we have a border, and then we can drag the y. Yeah, we can make the y value bigger. So maybe do this by 200, or no, because we need space for the buttons. So 180 should be better. No, because now we have space for the buttons. Okay, so let me delete that. I didn't mean to leave that. So you're gonna rename the frame to the left, as you guys could, you know, probably guess. This is going to be called your offer frame, which your offer frame to the other player. So this is your, you know, your offer frame. Then you're going to duplicate this, drag it over, and drop it right under that. Like I said, I recommend changing the border color to match whatever the color of the text above is, so that there's no confusion. So a dark blue. Rename this to other offer frame. So other offer frame. Right, and then now all we have to do is make a ready and a decline button, so we know, okay, they're ready to trade, or they've declined. They no longer want to trade. So I'm then going to insert this. You're going to insert this into the trade handler for. Oh, sorry. Actually, I just remembered something. We need to actually put UI grid layouts inside of the offer frames as well, so that it automatically, like, it'll size and scale all of the units the player has. So just simply insert a UI grid layout into just one of the frames, and then you just duplicate it into the other one. So for this, right, here's what I did. You guys don't have to do this, but this is what I did. So I did 30 by 30. Right, so then, like I said, I'm just going to duplicate this and then drop this into the other frame, and then boom. Now we can move on to the buttons. So insert a text button into the trade handler frame. So boom, text button, right, into the, oh, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to bring this under, right, and then I'm going to do the same thing, you know, UI corner and stuff, right. So UI corner, set the background color for the first one to, you know, green. It's just like we did before. But this time, instead of an accept button, it's going to be called a ready button. So you're going to say ready text button, and then that's what you're going to name it. Then bold text, scale text, rich text, set the text equal to ready. I already know text stroke transparency, we want this to be visible. So set it text stroke transparency equal to 0. Text stroke color will now be white. Boom. We have our ready text button. And then now we can just duplicate it. So Control D, drag it over. Obviously these are way too close to each other. So let's change the sizing. So let's make them smaller. Maybe 150. Yeah, 150 is good. We can just leave them. Yeah, we can actually just position them like in the middle now. So for this one, just align this up in the middle, align this one in the middle. Perfect. So change the one obviously to the right to, you're gonna rename this to decline. I believe this was called decline. Yeah, decline text button. Then obviously background color will be changed to red. The text will be changed to the word decline. And then boom, just like that. If yeah, I'm hoping I don't forget anything. I'm really hoping with the UI I don't forget anything, but I'm pretty sure that's it for this. So by default, trade handler frame will not be visible either. Definitely don't want that to be visible by default and stuff. And yeah, that's it. The trade list frame, trade incoming frame, trade handler frame, the close text button, and then the trade. Yeah, that should be everything, guys. So yeah, so by default, the only frame inside of the trade frame that should be visible by default is the trade list frame. And then obviously the trade frame by default will not be visible and stuff, as all the other frames for summon and units weren't. So from here we can then move on to the actual coding and stuff. It's it's a lot of coding, but let's get straight to it. So open up the local core script. We're just going to scroll down. We're just we're making another function of just like this with the summon or the units and stuff. It's going to be very similar and stuff, and don't worry, to save ourselves some time, we're going to be doing a lot of copying and pasting to save ourselves some time, because a lot of the stuff we're doing is like it's the same thing just at different times, so, and just changing up a few things. So you're going to go in between the teleporter variable and the what is this, the summon button function. Then you're going to create the new one. You're going to say core GUI dot trade text button dot mouse button when to click connect function and close parentheses enter, right? And then you're going to of course trigger the close frames function. And then you're going to create a variable for the trade frame, just like we did with the other ones. So trade frame will be equal to core GUI dot trade text button, and then this is the main trade frame, right? And then first things first, we're going to clear out the player list and stuff, because obviously, if you open it and then you're looking, seeing if you're trying to trade with somebody in that span of time, someone can obviously leave the game. So when you reopen it, you want it to be refreshed. You don't want it to have players that left the game, or so we're just going to destroy everything and then just recreate it. We're just going to repopulate it every time the player opens it. So I'm going to say for I comma v in pairs, we're going to get all the children. So we're going to say trade frame dot trade list frame. Then you're going to say get children, enter. If v is a text button and stuff, we got to make sure it's a text button. If it is, then we destroy it, all right? And then we're going to prepare to repopulate it. So we're going to say for I v in pairs, we're going to say game.players, get children, enter. See, we would have to type a lot of stuff here, but like I said, I'm trying to save everyone some time. Let's scroll up to line 25, right? You guys remember the unit text button? Just Control C, copy all of that, because it's pretty much the same thing. We're just changing some of the properties. Control V. Obviously, you're going to rename this to player text button, right? Then just Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, and Control V, right? So for this, we're creating a text button. All you have to do with this is just to parent it to the trade frame, or sorry, go trade frame, then the trade list frame, because we're parenting it there, right? So for this, the vname text button, that stays the same. Vname, the only difference was just, I believe it was just, yeah, the background color. That's the only thing, that's the only difference. But again, you guys choose whatever color you want. So I just went with, I believe it was 017, or wait, no, I did this wrong. It's 170,255. Yeah, 170,255. Yeah. So that's the background color I went with. Rich text, and then I also set the text color, so I'm gonna go after that and then say player text button dot text color 3 is equal to, actually no, sorry. Color is actually very important. Sorry, so make sure you do everything the same color as me, like scripting wise and stuff. Make sure you do everything the same color as me, because it's going to check the color of the button to see if it's, that's how to know like what's selected and what's not selected and stuff. So it's going to check that. So for this was, I believe it was just 25, yeah, 25. So blue, wait, no, I feel like, wait, but that's, wait, I thought it's blue and then it's supposed to be gold. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be gold. I swear it's supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be like this. Oh wait, no, never mind. That is right. Yeah, never mind. I forgot this is the text color. So yeah, background, text stroke transparency as well. So player text button, text, what is it? Stroke? Oh no, text. We're looking for text stroke transparency. That's equal to 0. And I believe that's everything. Yeah, I believe that's everything. Yep. Then we're gonna create the UI corner. So now this is optional. You guys have to do this, but local UI corner is equal to instance.new UI corner. Parent this the player text button, and then you're just gonna set the grid, or the, what is it called? Yeah, corner radius. That's what it's called. So you're gonna set the corner radius. It's a UDM. So not UDM2, UDM, right? And then it's 0 by 20, all right? And then we're going to set up an if statement and then a function inside of the if statement. So I'm going to say if player text button dot text, which is the name of the player, is nil equal to player dot name. The reason for this is obviously we don't want a player to be able to send themselves a trade request and stuff, because why would you? That doesn't make any type of sense. So we're just gonna have this if statement, then press enter. Then inside you're gonna say player text button dot mouse button one click connect function close parentheses enter, right? And then I'm gonna set up a for I loop. I'm gonna say for I comma v in pairs trade frame trade list frame. Then you're gonna say get children enter same thing if v is a text button and enter. You're going to set the background color back to the original. The reason for this is so that it knows which one you're selecting and stuff, because obviously you want it to change colors when you select it, and you obviously don't want it to have where like multiple or different colors at the same time. You want it to just be like, okay, the one that's a different color is the one I have selected and everything else is the same color. So background color is we're gonna make it to a gold, so it's equal to color 3.new 0, 170, 255, right? Or wait, no, that's the default. Yeah, we're about to change it to gold, sorry. So yeah, so then after the for I loop, you're gonna go after it, or for I being pairs loop. After you're gonna go after that, and then you're gonna fire the remote event. You're going to say core event fire server quotation marks trade comma quotation marks request. So this is the name of the event. The name of the event on both the server and the client side will be named their trade, and then we'll also have trade types. The reason for this is because there's just a ton of trade types stuff. Like there's a whole bunch of events within the trade system. Like, you know, when you're requesting to trade someone, when they accept it, when they decline it, when the trade is in progress, when they select a unit, you know, you have to display it to both sides, when they ready up, when you ready up. Like it's a whole bunch of things that you guys will soon see. So request, we also need to send over the name, of course, of the player that we're trading with. So player text button dot text, and then lastly you're going to set the color equal to gold, so that you know it's selected. So color 3.new 0.33 comma 1 comma 0, or wait, sorry, 0.33. It's supposed to be, wait, I'm confused. Isn't this supposed to be gold? No, I'm very confused because I thought this was supposed to be, when you select it, it's supposed to be, it's blue by default, but then when you select it, it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be green. Oh no, it is green. Oh no, that's my fault. I forgot. I thought it was gold. I don't know why. I thought I made it gold, but I guess I was wrong. Anyway, after this entire if statement, right? You're going to okay. After this if statement, you're going to say trade frame dot visible is equal to true, because obviously you want to do all this stuff before you make the trade frame visible and stuff. It would make no sense to make it visible with no players inside. And then you're going to set up the function for the close. So again, let's save ourselves some time. Let's just copy and paste the close, this function. So Control C, Control V, and then you're just gonna go trade frame, or sorry, trade frame dot close text button, and then it'll trigger the close frame function, which, you know, works for all of them. Then we're gonna scroll all the way down. Oh, I forgot it's barely any events. That's about to change. So yeah, you're gonna throw an else if here. So else if event type is equal to trade enter, right? You're gonna create two variables. First will be trade type, which is equal to argument 1, and then we will have trade participant, which is referring to the other player you're trading with. It would be arg2, right? We need both of these. Definitely need both of these. Very important. So the first trade type we're going to set up is request. This is for when you're sending a request to trade with the other person. Enter. So once you do that, or wait, sorry, not. This is not when you're sending it. This is when you're receiving it. Yeah. When you're receiving a request to trade with the other person. Yeah. So you're going to say core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade incoming frame dot trade incoming text table. That text is equal to, in quotation marks, you're going to put trade. You could do like trade request or trade incoming, and then you're gonna put a space dot trade participant, right? Because it'll be their name. And then once you've done that, you're gonna say core GUI dot trade text button dot trade, or sorry, did I do that? Text button dot trade frame dot visible is equal to true, and then you're gonna go after, like to the next line, core.trade text button dot trade frame dot trade incoming frame. Then you're gonna set that to visible, so then you can decide if you want to accept or not. So based on obviously what you do, will determine what happens next. Obviously the accept button has a whole bunch of code, while the decline button has barely any. So let's set up the accept button. So let's say you want to accept core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade incoming frame dot accept button dot mouse button one click connect function close parentheses enter, right? So once you accept the trade request, right, then gonna make the trade incoming frame no longer visible since you've accepted. So set that. So you're just gonna copy and paste that and then set that to false. And once you've done that, the next thing will be the next thing to do will be to fire the remote event so that you can officially start the trade. So you're gonna say core events fire server in quotation marks. Of course, the name of the event will be trade, comma, quotation marks, name of the trade type will be start because we're officially starting the trade since we accepted it. Then you're gonna send over the person you're trading with, so then it can fire from the server back to whoever you're trading with. Then after that, we're going to set the text of the trade handler frame. So I'm gonna say we're gonna go through this a lot actually. Core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade handler frame. Then this is the other offer text label. So other offer text label dot text is equal to in quotation marks. You're going to you're gonna say trade participant dot quotation marks space offer. So it'll have their name space then the word offer. And then after that, we're just gonna use before IV in pairs loop to clear out the offer frames. So this pretty much means like, say if you traded with somebody and stuff, even if you didn't finish the trade, let's say you traded with somebody and then you start trading with someone else, you obviously don't want the old text buttons of like showing what they had to offer and what you had to offer still there and stuff. You want it to be fresh and stuff every time. So you're just gonna say for IV in pairs core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade handler frame dot your offer frame your children enter. Same thing if V is a text button, enter V destroy. Then we gotta do the same thing for the other text for the other offer frame. So that's what you're offering. This is what the other person is offering. So Control C, Control V, change your offer frame to other frame, and then we also need to change this from text button to text label. The reason for this is obviously your frame is going to have text buttons because you're actually selecting what you're going to try to trade with the other person. There's literally no reason at all for it to have text buttons for what the other person is displaying to you. There's no reason because you don't need to click that. You just need, well, I guess if maybe you want to see like information and stuff, but I'm not doing all that. But anyway, so once we finish these 4 IV in pairs loop, we're going to keep it pushing. Now we're going to populate it with all of the units that the player owns. So once again, guys, I say again, we are saving ourselves some time. You're going to just grab this. I didn't do the UI corner, so we're just gonna grab everything above it. So Control C, go down, Control V, right? But I feel like I'm sorry, I'm forgetting a 4 IV in pairs loop. So we're gonna leave that there. We're gonna copy and paste it into what we're about to do. So actually, yeah, let me just delete it. So yeah. Now I'm going to do for I, V in pairs. You're going to say player.own the units, get children, so you can see what you have to offer, right? So all your units. Then now we paste it. So this is going to be called your unit to text button. It's very similar to how we were displaying the units for like when you open the unit frame itself. So Control C, Control V, 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 and boom, right? So this we're creating a text button. So we're gonna have to go core GUI dot trade text button, trade frame, trade handler frame, and this is going to the your offer frame. So this is displaying what you have to offer. So for the names, it's gonna be the same v.name text button, v.name like that. That's the great thing, guys. Like everything is pretty much the same and stuff. We do got to change a few things. So I didn't do the text color. I don't believe I did the text color thing. Yeah, I didn't do the text color thing. I just did the background color. Yeah, I just did the background color, and then I didn't even do the text stroke thing either. So we can delete that, leave everything else the same. For the color, I did 0, 0, 1, 1. So it's actually just the same color and stuff. I don't really don't understand how color threes work in all honesty. Like it's like the numbers could change. I don't know. Anyway, so after that, we're gonna set up the function for when you try to click a unit. So that means you're trying to offer it. You want to offer it up and stuff. You're selecting it, right? So with that being said, we're gonna say unit text button dot mouse button one click connect function close parentheses, enter. You're then gonna set up an if statement. Here's how you're gonna tell if you already have it selected or if you don't. It's going by color. So if you already have it selected, that means you want to deselect it. If you don't have it selected, that means you want to select it. So we're gonna say if core GUI, it's another long one. So if core GUI, trade type button, trade frame, trade handler frame, dot your offer frame, right? You're gonna say dot your off. Wait, I feel like I'm forgetting something here. Wait. I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, sorry. Save that. We're doing that later. Sorry. We're doing that later. My bad. So what we're doing is if unit text button dot background color 3 is equal to two equal signs is equal to color 3 dot new 0, 1, 1, enter. Then you're just changing the color. So just copy and paste this, Control C, Control V, and parenthesis 1 equal sign. Boom, right? So you're changing this. So this I believe I changed to gold. This I believe is supposed to be gold. So 110. That's what's supposed to be. Yes, this is what I changed to gold because I knew it was something I had to gold. So yeah. Then after that, you're gonna fire their mode event. So core events fire server. In quotation marks, name you already know. Name of the event is trade. In quotation marks, name of the trade type is select because you're selecting a unit. And then we have to send over a lot. We have to send over the text. Or the unit text button text, which is just the name of the unit, as well as who you're trading with, so that it knows, okay, we need to update it on their end. So then you're just gonna type the word else, copy and paste this, Control C, Control V. All you're doing is just switching it, right? So this turns into 1 0, right? Isn't this? I don't know. 110. That's what it's supposed to be. 110, and then this will change into 0 1 1. So you just so this is for select. So the name of the event is going to be the same, select and stuff. I didn't think there was a need to really make it two different types and stuff, because the way I made it, it's gonna automatically recognize and stuff, like know if you're trying to either select something or deselect it. So the name for both is just gonna be select, right? And then we sent over the same information, so there's nothing else to really do after that. So then after this, we're gonna go 3 ends. So pretty much after the for IV and pairs loop, right? And then you're going to say core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade handler frame dot visible is equal to true. Once all this stuff has been loaded, you're gonna set equal to true. You're now ready to begin trading. And then now we need to set up the the ready text button code, like for when you press the ready button, which means you're ready to confirm the trade, as well as the decline button of function. So let me just double check. Okay, I'm good. So I already knew this video was gonna be long. I already knew because it was a lot. So core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade handler frame dot ready text button dot mouse button 1 click connect function close parentheses enter, right? So once we've done that, it's the same concept. It's really the same concept in my opinion. You're just doing another if statement to check. So you're gonna say if core GUI, this is what I was talking about. So if core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade handler frame dot ready text button dot text. So if the text is equal to ready, what that means is that the player is trying to ready. They're trying to ready up. Like they're trying to confirm. So you're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna set the text to Control C, Control V. You're gonna set the text equal to unready, so that they have the option to unready if they still want to, right? 1 equal sign. Then you're gonna fire their mode events. So core events fire server. In quotation marks, the name of the event you already know is trade, comma, quotation marks, name of the trade type is ready. Then as always, we literally send the trader participant probably almost every time. There's only a few times where we're firing the mode event that we do not. Then you're gonna throw in the else just like we did before. Copy and paste, Control C, Control V. This time it's the opposite. So unready, right? Ready. So when you're setting it back, unready, then unready, ready. And then this time you're changing this to unready. And then this is one of the few times where we don't have to send over the trade participant. So so unready, then you're gonna go after 2 ends. Then after that, you're gonna set up the decline function, which is very simple. So core GUI trade text button, same thing. Trade frame dot trade handler frame dot decline text button dot mouse button 1 click connect function close parentheses enter, right? all you're literally going to do is you're just gonna go grab this. I believe it's this, yes, and Control C, Control V, set that to false, right? And then you're gonna fire the remote event. So core event, fire server, quotation marks, trade, comma, decline. So it's ending the trade, comma, send over the trade participant, right? And then boom. Just like that, when you're done, all we need to do now is oh, actually no, that was actually it. Yeah, actually that was actually it and stuff, because that's the decline. Yeah, that's the decline function. So because it's not a part of the for. Yep, perfect. So wait, no, see, I know I did that wrong. Trade incoming frame. Wait, I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, there we go, there we go. I knew I was missing something. So yeah, because that's on the inside. Trade phrase, trade handler frame. Yeah, okay, I see now. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna actually just copy and paste what we just did, because it looks very similar. That's why I was actually a little confused. You're just gonna copy that, right? So what you wanna do is you wanna go up here to where we started the function. I know it's like it stretches like probably like 40, 50 lines. So you're gonna go find the accept text button function. Click the didn't even do that. Click the arrow. You're gonna go after it. So after the function, Control V, you're gonna paste this. Right now, this time instead of the trade handler, you're gonna put the trade incoming frame, and then make sure you find the decline text button. The reason for this is obviously the first what this function is for when you're mid trade and you want to like stop and you want to stop the trade. This is for when someone is sending you a request and you just want to say no, like you have no interest in stuff in trading. So this is the trade incoming frame. Yeah, this is the trade incoming frame. So for this, the trade handler frame was never made public and stuff because you didn't accept it at the time. So trade handler frame. So trade incoming frame dot visible will be equal to false. And then I'm trying to think what. Yeah, that was actually it. We actually don't need to fire there. It might have been here. So I probably should have, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, we're done with that, and then moving on, we can get to the second event of the second trade type, I should say. So click the arrow, enter else if trade type is equal to start, right? Enter. So this is for when this is actually a little different. So this is for when what's it called? I'm trying to think. This is for when someone has sent you a request and you're accepting it. You're accepting it, right? This is for when this is for if you sent someone else a request and they accepted it, so now it has to load everything for you. The great thing is it is literally the exact, it's literally, I could not, it's pretty much the exact same thing. I do want to just be sure and go through everything carefully to not make any mistakes and stuff, but it's pretty much the same thing. So we're doing a lot of copying and pasting, if I'm being honest with y'all. So with this, you do want to grab, I'm trying to think, what is, oh, you just want to grab the other offer. Where's the other, yeah, this. So you want to find the other offer text label, so Control C, because it is a little different. So Control V, that's the first thing you want to do, and then you want to go grab the 4IV. Both of those 4IV and pairs loop that clear out the handler frames. Boom, paste them, right? Like I said, I'm saving me all the time. Then we're gonna go find the big 4IV and pairs loop that creates the the unit text buttons and stuff, right? So we're gonna find, yeah, this is what we're looking for. So Control C, and then Control V. Right now, I'm thinking, I think this is pretty, I think it was pretty much the same. Yeah, text button 011. If you do it, select, yep, same, yep, same thing. So after that, y'all already know we're setting this equal to true, and then we have the ready, unready, and then decline, and then that ends. Okay, so yeah, so you're just gonna copy all of this. So Control C. Then go after, you don't put this in the for loop, so this is after the for and pairs loop. So boom, right? Then once you've pasted that, that's literally it. We didn't really have to type anything. It was really just copying and pasting. So then moving on to the next trade type and stuff. This is actually the end. It's actually interesting. Not the end of like what we're doing. It's like how you end and stuff. Like when both parties have pressed ready and then the trade is finishing. So enter, else if trade type is equal to end, enter, right? I do want to clarify, this is not like ending of all. Like, it's not like if you decline, this function will fire. This will only fire when both parties have pressed ready and the trade was successful. I just wanted to clarify that. So for this, I'm going to go, let me think, trade type is equal to end, what was it? Yeah, I remember now. So core GUI dot trade text button, trade frame, trade handler frame dot visible is equal to false, since you're no longer trading. Then after that, you're going to say core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade text label. You can find that dot text. You're just going to change it temporarily to trade complete or trade successful. It's up to y'all. Then you're just going to wait. You're going to wait, or throw a task that way, I should say. I guess 3 to 5 seconds should be fine, but that's up to y'all and stuff. Then copy and paste, Control C, Control V. Then you're just going to change it back to its original trade. No explanation mark. So it's just the original trade. And then we're literally done with that trade type. That's literally it. Moving on to the next one, else if trade type is equal to, in quotation marks. This is decline. So this is for if you're mid trade and you decline, and then this is what's gonna happen for the other player. All we're just gonna do is make it so it's just the trade handler frame is no longer visible. So actually same, it's literally the same thing. So Control C, Control V. That's, I believe, yeah, that's literally it for that. Then moving on to the next trade type. Else if trade type is equal to, in quotation marks, unit display. So this is going to show the units for when a player has selected or deselected them. So when you select it, this is going to show like, okay, here's what the other player is offering to you, and if they deselect it, okay, that means they took it away, like they're no longer offering it. So enter. Oh, did not mean to do that. Throw the quotation mark, enter. There we go. Okay, so on to the next trade type, which is unit display. I have great news. This is actually the last trade type. And then after that, we're moving on to the server script. So create a variable for the unit name. So unit name is equal to argument 2, since we didn't send over the trade participant. Yeah, we didn't send over the trade participant. So you're just gonna make a long if statement. So if not, core GUI dot trade text button dot trade frame dot trade handler frame dot other offer frame, and then you're gonna say find first child. Then you're gonna say unit name dot quotation marks text label. Remember, it's text labels because the other person is offering you is going to be text labels. What you have that you can select is going to be text buttons. So pretty much, if we can't find it, this is what I meant when I said it'll know automatically. So if you can't find it, that means obviously the player selected it and that we're supposed to create a text label to display it and stuff. If we can't find it, then that means it's supposed to be destroyed, because that means they deselected it. So you already know the drill. Go up here, find the unit text button, Control C, Control V. You're literally just going to change the word button to label. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, right? And then of course this is going to be text label. And then you're parenting to the other offer. This is what the other player is offering to you. So the name of it is going to be units. So then this will be, of course, the name of the unit, then the word text label. This is very important. Make sure you name everything the exact same, because as you guys can see, the if statement is searching for something that matches the exact name. Then the text will obviously just be the name of the unit. So unit name, background color will be the same. That's actually it for that part of the if statement. Now we're just gonna throw the else if. So you're just gonna type the word else, and then you're just gonna copy the entire line. Control C, Control V, enter. So else if, and then obviously delete the word not. So this means if you find it, that means we want to destroy it. So you're then going to create a variable, local unit text label is equal to, and then copy and paste what we just did. Control C, you're gonna find it again. Boom, unit text label, destroy. And it's that simple. And then we are done with the local script, guys. We can move on to the server script. The server script is actually, the server script will take way less time. The real issue, or not issue, what really takes a lot of time is just the local side, because it's just trying to display all the information and make sure it's up to date. That's really it. This won't take long, I promise y'all. So we come over to the server script. Let me double check. Damn, this video gonna be an hour long. That's crazy. I was trying my best, but I'm sorry. Okay, so we're gonna scroll down. You already know we're looking for the on server event function here. So click the arrow, enter, else if else. Okay, I don't know how to spell. Else if event type is equal to trade, right? Enter, right? So else if event type is equal to trade, you're gonna create a variable local trade type is equal to argument one, right? So we're then gonna set the if statement. So if trade type is equal to request, this means that a person is trying to request a trade with someone else. What you can do is just simply create a variable for the trade participant. So trade participant. I promise that this will not take long at all. Plus, we can do a lot of copying and pasting too, honestly. So game.players, find first child, argument two. So you're just looking for the person you're looking for the person that they're trying to trade with. So then you're gonna fire the remote event, fire client singular. Definitely make sure this is singular. This would be very bad if you put fire all clients. It's be very bad because it's not gonna do no type of verification to make sure it's the right ones. It should just be singular. So fire client. Then you're gonna throw the trade participant, and make sure you pay attention here. Make sure you're not finding the remote event back to the same player and stuff, unless that's obviously what what's supposed to happen. So trade participant, comma, name of the event is trade, comma, and then the name of the event is request, or the name of the trade type is request, and then you're sending over the name of the player they're going to be trading with. Then else if trade type is equal to start, right? So once it starts, we're gonna actually copy and paste what we did for request. Control C, Control V. So what we're gonna do for this is we're gonna trade participant. You're gonna fire the remote event. Fire the trade participant trade. Obviously, the name of the events, the trade or the trade type will be start. And then you're also sending over the name of the player. And then you're gonna set some if statements. So first you'll say if not player, find first child, trade status, right? So enter. Here's how we're gonna keep track of whether or not a player has pressed ready. So when both players press ready, right, it's going to trigger another trade type event that we're actually going to make in a second, where it's going to set this bool value that we're about to create equal to true. Once both players have set it equal to true, then the trade is officially concluded and the units have been exchanged between both players. So if they don't have the trade status, then we're going to say local trade status. We're going to create that value. So trade status is equal to instance.new. Then it's going to just be a bool value. Parent this to, you're just going to parent this to the player. So boom, they're going to say trade status dot value by default will be false. It's going to be set to true once they press the ready button. And then, oh, I also forgot. We also need to name it. So trade status, that name is equal to trade status, right? And then after this, you need to create a unit trade folder. This will keep track of all the units that the player is offering to trade to the other player. So unit trade folder is equal to instance.new folder, parent this to the player as well. Unit trade folder, that name is equal to unit trade folder, right? Then you're gonna throw an else in there. So boom. So all you're gonna do for this, so if it's else, then you're just gonna do player, because that means the value already exists. So player.trade status, you want to set this value equal to false. This is very important because say if a player traded with someone else and then they're trying to trade with a new person, if this was set to true by default, this would mean if the other person pressed ready up, it would automatically the trade would automatically occur and stuff. So this is why it's important that we set this to false and stuff. And then lastly, you're gonna destroy everything inside of the unit trade folder if it already exists. So for IV and pairs, player dot unit trade folder gets children, enter, and then v destroy. You just want to destroy everything stuff because this is, it's officially, it's a new trade and stuff. So whatever they were trading before, it doesn't matter. Then you're gonna go after this. You're actually gonna create it's actually the same thing. So you're just gonna copy and paste, Control C, Control V. The only difference is that you're going to change the player to trade participant. So trade participant, Control V there, Control V there, and Control V. That's literally, yeah, that's really the only difference. Is that make sure you do the trade participant because you need it to be created inside of the trade participant as well as the player. And then you're going to, I think that's honestly the longest. Yeah, that's the longest one, I think. Or the ready one might actually be longer. Yeah, the ready one might actually be longer. But we're actually almost done, guys. So click the arrow onto the next trade type. So else if trade type, this is equal to ready. So this is when a player is trying to ready up and stuff. So you already know, let's go grab the variable for the trade participant, Control C, Control V. So what you're gonna say is you're gonna say player dot trade status dot value is equal to true. Then you're gonna set up an if statement. You're gonna say if trade participant, this is why we needed to get it. So if dot trade status dot value is equal to true and player trade status. Now, even though we just set it to true, you technically wouldn't need this, but I just want to make sure just in case. I just want to be safe, right? I don't want it to, I don't know, somehow if like the player pressed ready up and then they pressed unready, but like the script was kind of delayed and stuff, and it wasn't able to change it to false in time, that you just, you can just have a way to double check. So you're going to say dot value is equal to true. So enter with that. So pretty much I pretty much just explained it and stuff. So once both of them are equal to true, that means the trade is ready to occur. So now we just have a lot of for IV in pairs loops. There's really just now a lot of for IV in pairs loops. So for IV in pairs, you're gonna say player.unit trade folder get children close parentheses enter. Then you're gonna say for I2v2 in pairs player.owned units get children close parentheses enter. You're going to say if v.name is equal to v2.name enter, then v2 destroy. So what this is pretty much doing, so since they've both accepted trade and stuff, this is going to go through the player's unit trade folder, pretty much everything they're offering, and then it's going to cross-reference that with what they have, like what they own, and it's going to destroy it in the own folder and stuff. Because obviously, if you're trading, you're giving it away. You're not like sharing it. It's like you're giving it away. You no longer own it and stuff. So then after this for I loop, we're going to do this again, kind of differently though. We could really copy and paste services sometime. Control C, Control C, Control V. This time you're going to say trade participant. Yeah, that's actually it. Just really trade participant. So trade participant rename. So it's going to do the same thing with the trade participant. It's going to get everything. It's going to destroy whatever they owned before that, like that they're offering. Not everything they own, whatever they offered to the other player. It's going to destroy that, and then we're moving on to the next for IV in pairs loop. So this one we only need one for IV in pairs loop, not two. So for IV in pairs, you're going to say no, this is player first. You're going to say player.unit trade folder. So we've removed the units that you used to own. Now we're going to add the new ones and stuff. So unit trade folder get children, right? And then enter. You're going to say is if not trade participant dot owned units find first child, in parentheses you're going to put what was this? Oh yeah, v.name. Yeah, that's the name of the unit. Yeah. So that unit. So of course we want to double check to make sure they don't already own it, because if they do, then it would make no sense to create a new value for something they already own. That wouldn't really make sense. So we're going to create this local owned unit since it's their newly owned unit. So owned unit is equal to instance.new. It's the same thing with what we did like at the top of the leader stats. It's just the bool value and stuff. Parent this to trade participants owned units. They officially now own it. Then the own unit dot name will be equal to v.name, and then value, of course, it's important that the value is set to false because that's for the hotbar and stuff. And then lastly, we're just going to copy and paste this and then just set everything to the player. So boom. So with this, we literally just flip everything. So that's trade participant. This is now player, and then this is now player. So boom. And then lastly, we do have about three. We have three more trade types, but I promise y'all they're not as lengthy as the two we just made. So the next one is for when a person unready. So you're gonna say else if trade type is equal to unready, enter, right? All you're gonna do is you're just gonna say player.trade status.value is equal to false. That means they're no longer ready. And then you're just gonna use the for IV in pairs to clear out the unit trade folder. Unit trade folder get children close parentheses enter v destroy. Boom, right? So once you finish that, you're then going to set up the next one, which is the select. So you're going to say else if trade type is equal to select. So enter. Let me just make sure that, okay, yeah, that's good, and I'm good. Okay. Wow, we are really getting to the hour mark. Crazy. Anyway, let's create some variables. So first things first is the unit name. Unit name is equal to argument number 2. Then we have the trade participant, same as before. Let me go copy and paste that again. Control C, Control V. Oh, by the way, this is very important. So for this, make sure trace participant is argument number 3, which I actually have to go create. So arg3. So we have to go back all the way up here, scroll all the way up. You're just gonna add arg3, boom, then scroll all the way back down. Then we're gonna get back to it. So for selects, we have our variables. Now here's what we need to do. Like I said, it's gonna automatically know. So we're gonna say if player unit trade folder find first child, in parentheses you're going to put unit name, enter. So if we find it, then we're going to destroy it. So you're just going to say local trade unit is equal to, you know, what we just searched for, paste it, boom, and then just going to say trade unit destroy. So if you're confused as to what we're doing and stuff, pretty much if you find it, that means the player just like removed, like they just deselected it. They no longer want to offer it up, right? So then we're gonna throw else if. So else if not, which means else if we can't, like if we cannot find it, that means that they want to offer it. So enter. And if that is the case, we're gonna create a string value. So we're gonna say local trade unit, same name, is equal to instance.new. This is going to be a string value, comma, parenthesis to the unit trade folder, right? Then trade unit is going to, you're going to say dot name is equal to unit dot name. Then trade unit dot value is equal to unit name. And then lastly, you're going to go after the end and you're going to fire the core event. So fire client, fire this to the trade participants so that it updates on their end. Quotation marks trade, comma, unit display, and then comma unit name. You're gonna send over the name of the unit. And guys, this is the last thing. Else if trade type is equal to quotation marks decline, right? Enter. Then you're gonna paste the trade participant, Control C, Control V. And then the last thing you're gonna do is fire their mode event. Core event, fire client, send it to the trade participant, comma, quotation marks trade, comma, decline. Whew, that was a lot of typing, guys. We are officially done. Let's go ahead and test and make sure this works because we did a lot. As always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts or models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. And shout out to all of them. I really do appreciate the love and support you guys show with that, all my members and stuff. So yeah, so here's how we test. We obviously need to show you how to test this actually. So we gotta open up a server instead of a test server and all that. Once it logs me in, you guys set up a test server with some dummy players. So once it loads me in, you obviously need 2 players for this. So before we even begin, we actually have to summon a few units real quick. You don't have to summon all of them, just a few on both, so that you can actually test to make sure it trades correctly. Okay. So let's summon a few units. Okay. So we're gonna go from player 1 to player 2. So the way I'd recommend keeping track of this would be to do it like this. You're going to have player 1 and player 2, right? What you're gonna do is you're going to You're going to put on the notepad what exactly that player is supposed to get in return. So that's how you can really keep track of it. So we can open up the player tab, right? So we can just see and stuff, right? So I'm going to send a request. I'm going to press the trade button, right? So obviously I can't send a request to myself. That's good. It works so far. Then I'm going to send a request to player 2. It is now turned green, right? So I'm going to go over to player 2. You see trade request and then it has my name, right? Who it's from. So if I press decline, it's just gone, right? But then I'm going to resend it and then press accept this time. So I'm going to press accept, right? So as you guys can see, it has the units that player 1 owns and the units player 2 owns, right? So if one of us were to press decline, it should have canceled on both sides. It's weird. And I just figured out the issue. Okay. There's the issue. There is the issue right there. Okay, so we're gonna have to change this back to argument 2 instead of line 250 on the server script. But that's actually not an issue though, because we know it'll work. Like this decline, we know it'll set it equal to false. So that's not really an issue. I'm not worried about that, honestly. So I'm just gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just resend the trade request, and then it'll just redo it. So this time I'm going to click. So I'm gonna click a unit, player 2, right? Boom, and then it should display. Now you guys see it displays on player 2. It displays on player 1 screen what player 2 is offering, and then you see how it says the name of the other player. Now if I deselect it, it should disappear. There we go, and it disappeared. Okay, so here's how this trade is gonna work, right? You guys will also notice too. Oh, I opened it on the other one. You guys will also notice now that the unit trade folder has been created for both players and stuff, right? So it's gonna have whatever we offer. When you select it, it's gonna add the unit into it, so you know what you're offering, right? So here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna write down what each player should get. So this is hold on. This is I'm trying to move the notepad. Why is the notepad not? Why is the notepad not moving? Okay, there we go. So this is player 1. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are offering up Camera Woman. So this is player 1. So player 2 should receive Camera Woman. Let's make sure that player 2 doesn't already own Camera Woman, and they already do. Okay, that's unfortunate. What about Carman? They already own Carman. Speaker, hell, dang, they own everything. Well, okay, we'll just see this then. Well, I guess we'll offer. Dang, they own everything. Okay, so I'm gonna offer player 2 something. Player 2 will receive Batman. Yeah, player 2. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Player 1, sorry. Player 1 will receive Batman, because this is player 2. It gets a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're offering up Batman, right? We're offering up Batman. We're not offering anything. So look what's gonna happen, right? So we're offering up Batman. So watch what happens. If I press ready, right? You're going to notice the trade status value for player 1 is now it's checked off as equal to true, but player 2 is still unchecked and stuff, right? So if I go over here and I press ready, and there is apparently an issue now. What just happened? I just pressed ready, but for some reason the trade isn't. Strange. Both values are equal to true, so it should have. I'm confused. What is the issue? Oh wait, is it possible that it's no? Because it's equal. No, that wouldn't stop it. Huh? That's weird. This is the ready event. The trade participant dot trade status dot value is equal to true. That's weird. Let me see. Wait, did it give me the same error again? Or no? That is weird. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, so let's go back and let's address the first issue. So I'm going to clean up. So you just go to test and press clean up a few times, and then it'll close everything out. So I did this wrong. It's supposed to be argument 2. I'm not sure what exactly is the issue here. Let me go to ready and make sure I did everything right. So trade participant is arg2, player.trade status that value is equal to true. And so the real issue is that it didn't, and I just realized what I did. I forgot. Yep, I just realized I didn't. It's not that yeah, okay, I see. I forgot to add something. Okay, so above the unready, yeah. So above unready, right? You're gonna go, yeah, right before this last end, and then you're gonna fire the mode event. That's the issue. Okay, so fire client. The trade was successful. I see the issue. Okay, so first you fire it to the player trade and. It just didn't display correctly. So, sorry, it didn't display at all actually. And then fire this to the trade participants. Trade and same thing. Okay. So everything should be good on that and stuff. You know, I feel like I get a pass for some mistakes because this was a lot. It was a lot of stuff. So I feel like I should get a pass for that. So yeah, this is why I always test at the end of the video to make sure everything works and stuff. Because then you guys would be stuck with a not so working thing, and no offense, but I doubt y'all could, figure it out. So we're gonna log in, and then okay, so we're here. This time I'm not gonna summon that much. I'm only I just got it perfect. Okay, Player 1, I'm only going to summon on the basic crate. Then I'm going to go over to player 2. Okay, that's not player 2. I'm going to go over to player 2, and I'm only going to summon on the mythic crate so that they're guaranteed to have different units. Okay, so let's do our trade request, send it over to player 1. Accept. Okay, let's test. If one person declines, the trade is gone on both sides, as you guys can clearly see. I'm going to resend my request so we can actually get this trade underway. Okay, so what player 2 will receive is Car Man. Or actually, no. Oh no, I can just leave it. So player 2 will receive Camera Woman, right? Player 2 will receive Camera Woman, and player 1 will receive Camera Helicopter. So I'm gonna go here and rename it and just do Camera Helicopter, just a way to keep track of it. Helicopter. So I'm press ready, and then it should disappear. Boom, there we go. Trade complete on both screens, and then it sets back to regular trade, right? And then we can go on the server side or client side. You can check on both, but so let's go to the server side. You guys will see player 2 is supposed to have. Player 2 should now have. Oh, sorry, that's player 1. Player 1 should have Camera Helicopter. Wait, what? Own units. Player 2 has. Wait, let me open up the output. There's no. Wait, I'm so confused. Player 1 has Camera. Player 1 is supposed to have Camera Helicopter. And player 2 is supposed to have Camera Helicopter. Player 2 has Camera Helicopter. But for some reason, player 1 only has car. What? That's weird. That means I must have messed up with something. That means it's one of these. It's one of these. Which that doesn't really surprise me considering considering the fact that they're supposed to be that they're so similar that I could make a mistake. So V name is equal to V2 name. V2. So trade participant, destroy. The issue must be down here. I see the issue. I'm so stupid. I see the issue. Okay. The issue is right here, I believe, right? Yeah. Issue is right here, right? You guys see how this is both. It's supposed to be the same thing. Like, it's supposed to be trade participant or. Wait. I'm looking at the wrong one. This one. Yeah. Oh, we know that is supposed to be like that. Okay, now this player, traded participants, traded participant. Wait, no, I feel like I did this wrong. I mean, it is right. It's weird. Traded participant, player dot own units v dot name. So if not, if you don't find it, then yeah, player dot own units. Great, participant player dot own units. I'm so confused. What? Yeah, that should work. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not totally sure. This should, yeah, that should work. Own unit instance dot new bool value. Well, I don't want to delay this video. It's already been an hour, so here's what I'll do. If so, I'm not sure if there is an actual issue. If there is an actual issue with the trading and stuff, is there like they're not both sides aren't receiving their actual proper units? There will be a fix to that in the comments. I'll just leave a pinned comment that just shows you how to fix it and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, definitely leave a like, subscribe. Sorry for the long video, and I hope to see you guys in part 8. Keep showing love and support, and I'll show you guys and then I'll drop part 8 for y'all. I don't have it made, but you know, in the future. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Yo, what's good with you? On today's video, I got the how to make a tower defense game. Don't even ask me what part this is. I believe this is I think this is part 8, I believe. I think I think this is part 8 because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is part 8. So in this video, as you can tell by the title, I'm gonna include unit information or unit stats, I should say, but same thing. So that includes, you know, damage, range, and cooldown and stuff, right? So we're gonna kind of rework the way the units do damage, the range, and all that stuff. It's not going to be set just to one value. Now it's going to be based off of whatever you set for that specific unit. So as you can see, we're in the lobby place. I'm sorry, not the lobby. We are in the place with the waves and stuff like that. So not the lobby. right? And there's not really much, this won't take long. This will be like a 10-15 minute video and stuff. So yeah. Thank you guys for all the love and support you guys been showing the channel. You already know, continue to show the tower defense series lots of love, and I will continue to keep dropping more and more videos on it. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, so first things first, we need to of course create a unit information display system. So what I mean by that is, you guys know when you're playing tower defense, when you place a unit on the ground, you know how like if you click on it, yeah, you know how if you click on it, right, you can pull up the information on a unit, like it'll pop up on a UI, it'll show like, you know, the damage, the radius, and the name of it and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna make that just a little differently. I'm gonna make it so when you right click on it, but you guys can make it when you left click, it's up to y'all, but I'm gonna just do it where you right click. The only reason I wanted to do it like that was because I didn't want to mix both of these in, because then it may think I'm trying to place a unit when I'm just trying to so what's it called, just trying to get the information on a unit. So yeah, first things first, let's start off with the UI. So open up Core GUI. You're going to want to insert a new frame. So boom, regular frame to Core GUI. You're going to drag it, you want it to be like over here to the left. As for sizing, I went with 250 by 250, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what I went with. I'll drag it up a little bit, right? It doesn't need to be, yeah, it doesn't need to be gigantic or anything. So I'll make the background color nice, a nice light blue. I'm gonna insert a UI corner. This is optional. Right corner, set the corner radius to 0 by 15. You're gonna want to rename this frame to unit info frame, right? So then from here, we're going to want to insert a text label. So boom, a text label. You can just drag this to the top in the middle. This is going to be the name of the unit and stuff that's displayed. So Control D, I'm going to duplicate the UI corner, throw it into the text label. So you're going to want to rename the text label to, I believe it was called, yeah, unit name text label, right? Then obviously you don't need any text by default. You do not need any text by default. I went with text color. I went with white for text color. Text stroke is color is black. Text stroke transparency is set to 0. And you already know bold text, rich text, scale text. And then the background, I just made it a darker blue. I kind of just I made it very similar to how it looks in Toilet Tower Defense. So then let me set this so it's like kind of dark. Yeah, there we go, perfect. So we have our unit name text label. And then what we can do is we can duplicate this. So we can say Control D, and then we're going to go down. The difference is with this, instead of it like being centered, what you're going to do is make this so that it's just like a line going across. So adjust the sizing. Well, you guys can put this in any way you want. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you make sure you have all of the text labels and the text button, and then the names match. You guys can really put this wherever you want, choose the colors and all that stuff. That doesn't matter for this, but yeah. So I think I did like 250. Yeah, I think 250. Yeah, 250 fits. So then I'm gonna just put it right so that it covers the whole thing, and then I only need it to be like by 30. Or yeah, I think 30 is good. Or no, maybe it should be 40. I'm thinking maybe no. Yeah, never mind. We'll just do 30. So then what you're gonna rename this to we're gonna do the stats. So we'll say range text label, right? So then we're going to Control D. So you're going to duplicate it twice. You're going to drag one right under it, then drag another one right under that one. So for the middle one, I'm just going to change the color back to the bright blue, or the light blue and stuff. So that like you see it's spacing. It looks like as if there's a space. So then I will change the second one. We can make this cool down text label, right? And then for the third range one, I'm gonna set this to damage text label. We can display how much damage stuff, like, you know, the minimum and maximum. That's also another thing I added minimum and maximum damage and stuff, so it won't be a set amount for how much they're gonna damage their opponents. Then lastly, we're just going to insert a text button. This will be our close button, so insert a text button. You guys can rename this to close text button, right? Then you already know we'll do 50 by 50 once I find the sizing. Okay, so 50 by 50. You already know bold text, scale text, rich text, set the text equal to just an X. Then I'll set the text color to red, background or sorry, text stroke transparency set to 0, and then the color will be black. Then I'll make the background transparency the same thing, same color, just like that bright blue. Put it off to the side, and then throw the UI corner. So duplicate it, throw the UI corner in, and then boom, right? Just like that, we are ready to go. So we have finished setting up the UI. Make sure you named everything just as I have. And then we are done here. So by default, of course, you want to disable the frame. You don't want it to be visible. And then server storage, here's where our changes come into play. So first things first, we don't need unit prices. We no longer need unit prices anymore and stuff, right? Or well, we do need unit prices, but we don't need a folder and stuff. I'm gonna have all of the units information inside of the unit itself. The reason for that is so that it can be accessed on both the client and the server. So we can pretty much just delete the unit prices folder. Literally, we don't really need to take anything from it. So inside of each unit, what you're going to want to do is you're going to insert a couple number values, right? So just click the plus number value, then you can duplicate this about like you need like 5 values total. So for the first one, we're going to say max damage. So I'm pretty sure you guys know in tower defense games, or toilet tower defense to be exact, there's a maximum damage and a minimum damage. It's going to when a unit is about to damage somebody, it's going to calculate and choose a number between that range, and then it's going to decide like, okay, like it's going to choose a random number between that range, and then it'll it'll deal that damage. It won't be like, okay, 5 damage every time. It'll be like between 5 to 25 as an example. So you set your max damage and stuff. So this would be your maximum. So I guess we're going upward to like 50 for this. Then we come down here and we have min damage, which is short for minimum damage. So for here, we could drop as low as like, I don't know, 15, right? And then we go to the next one. So it'll pretty much start here and then go here. So it'll be a number between 15 and 50, right? So then moving on, we have the price and stuff. So you would just set this to whatever, your prices are. So I'll set this to 30. Then for our next value, we have range. Oh, sorry, this is actually our last one. We only needed 4, so we can delete that last one. So then we have the range and stuff. I'm gonna set this to 12, and then boom. Then you can just duplicate this, select it, Control C, or just right click and copy. And then you want to drop this into the other unit, so paste into, and then you can just set it accordingly. So I'll make this a better unit, so we'll increase the damage by each by 5. Of course, we'll increase the price and increase the range as well, right? And then boom, just like that, we are done with all the stuff on the server storage side. Now we can move back to I'm trying to think. Oh, to the local script. Yes. So for the local script, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna click the arrow right here, the mouse button one thing, gonna press enter. Then you're going to say else if, literally the same thing. So input.user input type is equal to enum.user input type this time mouse button 2 and not processed, enter. And then what you're going to do here is, right, you're going to create a variable. You're going to say local target is equal to player get mouse dot target, right? So this would be whatever instance the player is, their mouse is currently hovering over and stuff. So what you're gonna set up an if statement. You're gonna say if target is nil equal to nil, because obviously you don't proceed if it's nil, which means the player is like, their mouse is like, it's like just in the sky or something, like there's no object in the mouse, in the view of the mouse. And then of course we need to check to make sure that it's also a unit. So we'll say in target that parent, because remember, whatever it's making contact with is one of the body parts, not the unit itself. It's making contact with like the humanoid root part, the left arm, the right arm. So yeah, so we need to do find first child, and then you could choose any one of the stats. So I'm gonna just do cooldown, but you guys could do minimum damage, max damage. It doesn't really matter. And enter. Then you're gonna create a variable. So you're gonna say local unit. So this is the actual unit itself. So you're just gonna say target dot parent. Then we're gonna start setting the UI element stuff. So core GUI.unit info frame, unit name text label, text is equal to, of course, unit.name, right? Let me scroll down a little. Then this time we're gonna oh my bad. This time we're gonna go core GUI.unit info frame range text label text is equal to in quotation marks range colon space dot dot dot. Then you're gonna say unit.range value, right? And then we're just gonna repeat this process. Core GUI.unit info frame. This time cooldown text label text is equal to quotation marks cooldown colon space dot dot dot. then unit dot cooldown dot value, right? And then damage is a little different, so we're gonna need to say core GUI dot unit info frame dot damage text label dot text is equal to, in quotation marks, damage colon space dot dot dot. So for here we're gonna say unit dot min damage dot value, and then we're gonna say dot 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 quotation marks space dash space. We're gonna put a dash so we can, so it signifies, you know, it's a range between this number and that number, so the minimum and the maximum. Then another dot dot dot, then this time unit dot max damage dot value, right? And then we're gonna say core GUI dot unit for frame dot visible is equal to true. We're gonna make it visible and then set up the function so that the player is able to close it. So core GUI dot unit for frame dot close text button dot mouse button one click connect function close parentheses enter. You're then just gonna say core GUI dot unit info frame dot visible is equal to false, right? And then just like that, guys, we are done with the local script. Like I said, it was not going to take us long at all. Then we move on to the server script to make a few changes. As you can tell, all like the actual viewing the info stuff is actually it's all handled on the client side. All I'm doing on the server side is just editing stuff, since we now have proper stats for all the units and stuff, and we move things. That's all I'm doing. So I'm gonna scroll down until we get here. Like I said, delete the unit prices folder. We no longer need it, right? And then now we get into the changes. Okay. So here, what we're gonna do is you're gonna change unit prices to just units, the units folder. Then this is the same unit name. All you're gonna do is just add the dot price, dot value. Come down here and do the same thing. So units, unit name, dot price, dot value, right? That's simple. Then we come down here and then we make some changes, right? So what we're gonna do first is something. Oh yeah, I remember now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. So you guys saw how we had the set range to 20. No, now it's gonna be based off of the specific units range. So I'm gonna say unit dot range dot value and stuff, because each unit will have its own individual range and then also damage. So instead of it being 25 every time, we're gonna set up a math.random. It's gonna choose between the minimum and maximum. So we'll say unit dot min damage, the nice spot damage dot value, comma unit dot max damage dot value, right? Then it'll choose a value between that range. Then we come down here, the task, that way this is the cooldown in between them shooting and stuff, like how long they have to wait before they can, you know, shoot the enemy and stuff. So again, cooldowns will be different for each unit. So unit dot cooldown that value, right? That we're done here. We're really just making some adjustments. Then down here, I was experiencing an error and stuff, like where it was saying like like for some reason it was returning a table, even though I thought it would only give me a single instance, since there should only be one player inside of the server and stuff. But yeah, so that clearly wasn't working, so I had to kind of redo this. So what we're gonna do is, right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna press enter, put a space, right, and then we're gonna set up a for I v impairs loop. So we're gonna say for I comma v impair, oh my bad, impairs. Then you're just gonna say game dot players get children enter, right, and then you can copy and paste this, the player to enemy amount part, control C, control V, delete the player variable, and then change player to V, because, you know, we're getting all the players instances. And then you're going to come down here, copy and paste the if statement, control C, right, delete the space, put it inside of the for v impairs loop, control V, and then you're going to, of course, remove this for v impairs loop, since we already got all the players. Delete that and then remove that over, and then boom. So if they have less, it's still the same. If they have less health, it'll just send them back to the lobby. And then yeah, that's actually it. Like, how long did that even? Yeah, no, literally, like I said, literally 10-15 minutes. So yeah, y'all already know the drill. Now we go and test. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So now we test. So you guys already know, make sure you publish. So make sure you already know, make sure you published. Go find your game on the Roblox website, and then, you know, you got to go through the lobby. Then we have to get back to the wave place. So yeah, as always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts and models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. Highly recommend them, and shout out to all of my Discord members and channel members. I really do appreciate y'all stuff. Or So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and teleport over. Make sure you select units before you go over there so that you can test to make sure that the unit stats display system works. Because we're testing just to make sure that the wave system is working correctly, since we just made some changes to it into how it's like retrieving information. So we're just testing to make sure everything works. The units do damage, the enemies are respawning, everything just is working smoothly. Okay. So I'm gonna vote easy, right? So okay, the enemies are spawning. It reduced the money properly. How did it not? I'm kind of confused. How did it not? Am I tripping? Because it's like, I swear it should have damaged him. Yep, I knew I did something wrong. Well, on second, let's go ahead and let me look at something else. Oh, this isn't working either. Huh, okay. So we F9, let's see. Server cooldown is not a valid member of what? So if I right click, oh, unit display isn't working either. Interesting. Okay. Cooldown, not a valid member of folder, server storage, sure. Line 91 and 68. Okay, so let's go back and let's look. I'm confused. Did I not? Oh, I must. Oh my god, I set it to the wrong. I still have the wrong place ID. Oh my god, I didn't realize that. Okay, so let me open the asset manager. So I'm just gonna update my asset ID. This is just because I moved the place over and stuff. You guys don't have to do this. This is just because I moved the place over and I forgot I did that. But anyway, okay, so it turns out we actually forgot. Wait, how did I forget the cooldown? Oh, we forgot to do this. Oh, I knew it. I knew it was 5 values, so that's my bad, guys. So just go over to the units, duplicate one of them, rename it to cooldown, and then set the cooldown. So for this, I'm gonna just say 1 second. For this, right? For attack helicopter, I'm gonna go over to camera helicopter, duplicate, set their cooldown to 2 seconds, and then rename this to cooldown. There we go. So that was the issue. Not totally sure why this. But like this should have still worked though. That's what's confusing me because like I'm pretty sure this should have still worked regardless. As if targets. Oh my god! I just realized. Of course it didn't work. It just occurred to me. We just created the cooldown and it's searching. I just realized. Yeah, we're searching for something that it didn't have and stuff. So that actually makes sense. So make sure you make the necessary adjustments that I just made. Publish and then just come back. And then we're just gonna go back and then test again. Yeah, I hate messing up with the tower defense series stuff because it's like testing stuff for this series is just it is a lot. Like you gotta literally come to the place, wait to load in for create a server. Then you gotta wait like 30 seconds to teleport over and stuff. Yeah, testing is annoying with the tower defense series, but you still gotta do it. Okay, so it should be teleporting me any second now. Let's see. And we are on the way. Okay. We're here. Alright. Start the wave. Okay. I'm gonna put a unit down. Okay, there we go. It's dealing damage. Perfect. Okay. It's dealing damage. It has its own cooldown. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. So as you guys can see, it opened it when I right click. So if I right click, nothing's happening. But if I right click above a unit, you guys will see it'll display the name of said unit as well as their stats, range, cooldown, and damage. Wait, am I missing something? Is it range, cooldown, and oh yeah, no, yeah, name, range, cooldown, damage. Okay, yeah. And then if I right click another one, it will. Oh, it's supposed to. Wait. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. Since it's a wall right here, it's an invisible wall. That's why I wasn't going to do it. But yeah. And then close work. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I will continue dropping more tower defense tutorials as long as you guys continue to show the series love and support. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Yo, what's good, y'all? In today's video, I got the how to make a tower defense game. This is part 9 to the series. And stuff in part 9, I'm gonna cover something that a lot of people have been asking me for. This is the shop system and stuff. So this is pretty much the Robux shop where you can spend Robux to get more coins, or you can spend Robux to buy a specific unit and stuff. This has been requested to me a lot and stuff, so finally doing it. I know a lot of people are going to be excited and happy to have this, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. This video will be real quick, it'll be like 10-15 minutes, so let's go ahead and get straight. Oh, before I start the video, I just want to say thank you to all of my channel members, Discord subscribers. Really do appreciate all of you guys. and stuff. We just recently hit a little over 100 on the Discord side. Really do appreciate all of you guys, and I appreciate everyone watching my videos. Thank you guys, and let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, so the first thing first, y'all already know we got to go ahead and make some UI for the shop. So let's head on over to the core GUI, open it up, right? And then we're going to need to make another button. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get one of the buttons. I'm going to get the tray text button. I'm going to select it, press Control plus D to duplicate it. I'm going to drag it a little bit above it. And then I'm just going to change the color to purple, but you guys can use whatever color you want. That's, I think that's the color in Toilet Tower Defense. I don't really remember. But yeah. So we're just going to get to renaming. We're just going to really get to renaming everything. So this will be shop text button. Then I'm going to change the text, set it to, where's the text there? Set it to shop, right? Then open it up, and then we can rename this frame to shop frame, and then let's go ahead and make the frame visible just so we can move things, around, right? And then I'm gonna make the background transparency set it to 0 because that's how it was. Remember, we had it set to 1 before. So then we're just gonna do some editing. We're just gonna move some stuff around. Okay, so the first thing first, we obviously don't need the tray list frame, right? We're gonna find the tray text label. Let's do this, right? I'm gonna move this to like the middle, right? I'm gonna take the tray text label, put it at the top, and then we're just gonna rename this to shop text label, right? Then I'm gonna just rename this. To shop. I'm gonna change the colors around a little bit instead, just so like, you know, we have some. It looks different. Each one looks different. So have this be white and black. Stuff, or no, I actually I like the mostly white with I like the white with the blue outline, so I'll leave it like that. So yeah, then the background we'll leave that the same color, and then I might give it a border. So it'll have a dark blue border. Set this to like maybe 5. Yeah, set the border size pixels to like 5, and then you guys know we have our close text button. I'm gonna just put this over here to the side, right? And then we have our 2 frames and stuff, right? So then I'm gonna rename the trade handler frame to let's do the coin frame. So this would be the coin frame, right? I'm going to make this frame visible, and then you can just let's just delete everything. Just delete everything in it, honestly. That's really what we need to do. Just delete everything. So right click it, then just click select children, and then we're just gonna delete everything. And then gonna scale the frame down a little because it doesn't need to be this. It doesn't need to be this big. So, or actually no, that it actually does need to be that wide. It just needs to be like maybe 120. So then I'm gonna move this over to the shop UI, right? I'm gonna put it kind of like at the top. I also plan to give this a border, so I'm gonna set the border size to like 5 here too, and then I'm gonna set the background color to like I think I'm gonna do like this faded green, I think, since it's like, you know, you're spending money, so you know everybody's green, so I'm just like that. So set the background transparency to 0.5, right? So yeah, something like that looks pretty nice to me. So then inside of the coin frame, you're then going to want to insert a UI grid layout. So boom, so type UI grid layout, and then we'll find it. Boom. Then I'm going to set the properties so that the cell padding is 10 by 5, and that the cell size is 170 by 50. So 170 by 50, boom, right? And then again, you can just click the plus icon, just insert a text label or a text button to just see what it looks like and stuff to make sure, you know, it looks good. But we have to insert text button anyway because we're not, this won't be handled by a script. We'll actually be inserting this stuff. So here's what you're going to do, right? We are going to insert our text buttons for each individual coin purchase and stuff, right? I'm not sure how many you plan to have. I feel like 4 is a good number. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to insert the text button, right? And then I'm going to rename this to coin text button, right? I'm going to insert a UI corner into it. So UI corner and stuff, right? Make it round. So 0 by 15. Then we're going to set some properties. I'm going to make the background like a dark green. So like something like that. Or no, because I need to be kind of bright. So yeah, something like that. And then we're going to go down here, bold text, rich text, scale the text, set the text. So this is very important. Okay, right? So you're gonna set this to set the text to the amount of whatever the amount of coins is, and then you're just gonna say the word coins. So 200 coins. This is very important because then when we send this information to the server script, what it's going to do is it's going to remove it's going to remove the space and the coins out of the text, and it'll just leave the numerical value, which will still be a string, but this is just, the numerical value and stuff. So we'll know, okay, the person is trying to purchase 200 coins, so then we'll charge them whatever the equivalent Robux prices, whatever you choose to set it as. So yeah, so we have our coins expunge. I'm going to set the text stroke color to gold, set the text stroke transparency to like 0.5, or wait, no, I just did this backwards. No, sorry. The text color is supposed to be gold, while the text stroke is supposed to be black, I think. And then yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the text was supposed to be 0.5, or wait, no, or maybe it's supposed to be white, I think. Yeah, maybe, but then like, I don't know, because then it looks, I feel like that looks all right. I mean, it's kind of bright, like bright as hell. I think it's fine. Yeah, we have our coin text button, right? All we gotta do is, while having it selected, press Control D, Control D, Control D. I'm just gonna have 4, and so you guys can have as many as you want. And then I'm gonna sort it so that it's in the middle. So I'm gonna set the horizontal alignment for the UI grid layout to center. And then we have a coin text button. All you're gonna do is just change each the numerical value for each one. So I'm going based off of the Toilet Tower Defense shop ones. So they had one for 200 coins, one for 1,000, one for 6,000, and then one for 20,000. So 20,000, boom, 20,000 coins, right? And then just like that, we are done with the coin frame, and then we get into the other frame. So you guys see we have the trade incoming frame, so we can go ahead and make this frame visible. And then once again, just delete everything. Just, select children, right click, select children, then just right click, delete. So we're gonna get the trade incoming frame. We're gonna move this over. Or actually, no, you can just delete that. Actually, on second time, we can really just save time and just duplicate the coin frame. So just select it, Control D, then you're just gonna drag it. Make sure you drag the outer part. So you're just gonna drag it down to the bottom. Or you're gonna have to make the unit frame smaller since there's not really enough space. Now, if you have space, then you can just leave it at whatever size it is. But yeah, I'm just make it a little bit smaller. So like maybe 100, and then I'm just gonna bring this like something like that. And then I'm gonna change the UI grid layout so they actually fit. So set this to like 40. Or maybe 45. Yeah, 45 is nice. So we don't need 4. I'm only gonna use 1 as an example for this. So you're gonna change the name to the second frame to unit frame, right? So unit frame, this is where people are going to actually purchase specific units and stuff, right? So this, like, you can just purchase an individual unit and then you'll own it now. So unit frame, oh, I did not spell that right. Unit frame. Right, and then we're going to go into the unit frame, and then you're just going to rename it to unit text button, and then you're going to, I'm going to just change it just so like it just looks different, except since this is something different. So I'm just give it like a purple background with some the text color to white. We'll have a text stroke transparency of black, and then set the text stroke transparency to 0, and text transparency to 0 as well. Right, and then for this, we're just gonna set the text to the name of the unit. So you can put whatever unit you want to create or give to, or yeah, whatever unit you want to create. I'm just gonna put green laser cameraman because again, I'm just going based off of what Toilet Tower Defense has in their shop. So yeah, and then boom, and then just like that, we are done. Really didn't take that long, honestly, on the UI. So yeah, then you guys already know the drill. You're going to find the shop frame, you're going to make it no longer visible and stuff. We're going to activate it via pressing the shop button. Then we're going to head on over to the local script, right? And then we are going to go down. You're looking for the space before the teleporter variable, and the space after the trade text button function, that whole trade text button function. So what you're going to do is you're going to say core GUI. You're going to simply say core GUI dot shop text button dot mouse button, one click, connect function, close parentheses, enter. You guys already know we're going to trigger the close frames function, and then we're going to create a variable for the shop frame. So local shop frame is equal to core GUI dot shop text button dot shop frame, And then you're going to use the for every in pairs loop to set up the function. So, first we're going to make the shop frame visible. So we'll say shop frame dot visible is equal to true so that they can now see it. And then we're going to use the for every in pairs loop for both the, let me open it up, for both the coin frame and the unit frame. So I'm going to say for I comma v in pairs, I'm going to say shop frame dot coin frame get children enter, right? Then I'm going to say if v is a text button, we have to make sure it's a text button first, and then enter. Then you're going to set the function. So v dot mouse button, oh my bad, I put text box wrong thing. Text button and then mouse button one click, connect function, right? Close parentheses, enter, and then you're just going to fire the remote event. You're going to say core event fire server, in quotation marks, the name of the event will be shop, then comma, and then you're going to send over the specific purchase type, and the player is trying to purchase coins, and then comma, and then you're also going to send over whatever the text is and stuff, which in other words just means however many coins they're trying to purchase and stuff, right? So boom, we have that for every in pairs loop set up. You're going to skip the 3 ends, and then we're going to just do the same thing. So you can really just copy and paste to save yourself some time. Control C, Control V. This time you're just going to get the unit frame, right? And then this time the only difference is you're just going to change coins to unit, because we're still sending over the name of the unit, and then the name of the event is still shop. So yeah, then skip 3 ends, and then literally all you're doing is just coding the close button. So it's just simply shop frame dot close text button dot mouse button one click, connect function, close parentheses, enter, then trigger the close frames function, right? And then just like that, we are literally done with the local script. We can then move into the server script. As I said, this video is not going to be long. So we go to the server script, right? We just scroll down. We want to go right before the on server event function, and then we're just going to create a variable. We're going to get the marketplace service, because obviously, we're triggering developer products and stuff, right? Because we're prompting product purchases. So I'm going to say local MPS is equal to game get service. Game get service marketplace service, right? Then I'm going to scroll all the way down. It's a long, or actually no, sorry. We need to go up to find the last event type. As you can see, the trade event type, you guys remember, it had literally like more than 100 lines. That's crazy. So you're just gonna go here, press enter. Then you do else if event type is equal to shop, enter, right? Then you're going to create a variable for argument 1 to be the purchase type, right? So local purchase type is equal to argument number 1. You're going to set up an if statement. So first we'll do the coins. So if purchase type is equal to coins, right? Then you're going to create a variable for the text amount. So text amount is equal to arg2, and keep in mind we have to split the string and stuff, because remember the information we just sent over, it's pretty much says 200 coins, right? What we need is just the numerical value, and plus we need to turn the string into a number. So we're going to say local coin amount, right, is equal to, this is still a string itself, but it works. So string now split text amount, comma, this is what I meant. In quotation marks, you're going to put a space and then the word coins. We're taking away the space and the word coined, and then we're just leaving whatever the number is, but it's still a string though. Then use an if statement. So if coin amount, which you guys noticed, it says string. So if coin amount, oh sorry, my bad. So at the end of the coin amount, make sure you do regular bracket then 1. I forgot, it returns a table. But yeah. So you're going to say if coin amount is equal to in quotation marks. So this is what you're going to set this to, whatever values you left in the text, right? You guys remember how for the coin, let me just make this visible so you guys can see. So you guys see how I have 200 coins. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say first if it's equal to 200, right? So I'm going to do first, and then I'm going to say coin amount. We're going to update the string and turn it into a number. So it's equal to 200. Pretty much we're just setting the text to an actual number and stuff, right? And then we're also going to prompt the product purchase. So MPS prompt product purchase, and then we're going to put the player instance, and then we need to put our product ID. I'm about to show you guys how to get that and how to create developer products in a second, right? And then we would just continue on. We would say else if, I'm going to do this in a second. I'm just saying you can do else if coin amount is equal to 1,000, 6,000, 20,000, and so forth. So yeah, so just whatever text amount you set the text buttons, right? So here's how you create developer products. So you go to game settings, you go to monetization, you scroll all the way down, you'll see developer products. Click create, name it whatever you want, set the price. Once you've set the price, you see the product IDs here, right? You can either write these down or you could just simply left click, copy it to clipboard, right? So you're just going to set each one to its individual price, make sure you're getting the right ID, and then you're just going to copy it. So right, this is the first one, 200 coins. So this should be the cheapest amount. So if I go to monetization, I'm going to find the developer product with the cheapest amount. So 39. So I'm going to go here, right? You guys should be creating yours if you haven't already. So you just click create and then just, yeah. So then you would just click it, copy it to clipboard. You would go back to the server script, and then you would put a comma. And then now for the product ID, Control V, boom, right? Because remember, each product ID is going to be different because, you know, depending on how much coins the player is trying to buy, the Robux amount will either increase or decrease. So then you're going to say else, and then you could just copy and paste what we just did. Control C, Control V, and then you're just going to copy and paste that whole else if statement. So Control C, Control V, Control V. I'm doing it 4 times because I have 4 buttons. And then, like I said, we're just going to go. So next is 1,000 coins, right? So you do need to make sure of this though. You need to make sure you're including the comma. If you included the comma in the text, make sure you include it here as well and stuff, right? And then we're gonna set the coin amount to 1,000, right? And then we're going, oh, that is not 1,000. And then we're going to go to game settings, monetization again. We're going to find our second developer product, which is pretty much the second most expensive one. So 149. Copy to clipboard, and then Control V. Then go to the second one. So for our next one is 6,000. So 6 commas, 6,000. Set this to 6,000. Then back to game settings, monetization. Look for the third highest one. We have 300 right here. So 300, right? And then I am going to set this to, or wait. Oh wait, no, I remember. This is for the game pass. I mean, not the game pass. This is for that specific unit. Okay. So I'm just gonna do 749. I mean, it doesn't really matter because you guys are setting these prices to whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But I was just remembering why I specifically set it to that price. So yeah. So then Control V. Last thing, 20,000, and then set this to 20,000. Then game settings, monetization. Then I find the most expensive one. Do a product for it. Well, for me at least. And then Control V, boom, right? And then if you're wondering what the fifth is, I'm actually about to use this, right? This is for the specific, is to purchase a unit. It's just 300 Robux to purchase the unit, right? So yeah. So we're going to set the coin amount to whatever the numerical values, and then we're going to prompt the product purchase so that the player is able to purchase it. Then we're going to create a variable. We're going to say purchase, or not, actually no, I just realized purchase complete isn't really, not purchase complete, or let me see, what's a better way to phrase this? Not purchase distributed, reward, and we'll just leave it as purchase complete. So the reason for this is so that you're gonna set this to false, by the way. It's a boolean. So the reason for this is that when we set up the function that checks to see if the player bought it or not, for some reason this function would it would run it would keep going, it would keep increasing how many times it would run. Like for example, if a person bought something one time, right, for the first time, if they bought something, it would give them the reward once. If they bought it a second time, it would give them the reward twice. If they bought it a third time, it would just keep triple and quadruple, it would just keep going up for some reason. So we just have to make sure the reward is only being given out once. So we're then gonna set up the functions. So MPS, make sure you're doing the right one. So not prompt purchased finished, prompt product. These are developer products. Prompt product purchase finished. Connect function in parentheses. You're going to put user ID, and then you're going to put product ID, and then lastly is purchased, so that you can check if they actually purchased it or not. Then enter, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to use an if statement. So if player.userid is equal to user ID. Now obviously I couldn't really see how this could go wrong, where it would charge the wrong player, but it's always good just to make sure stuff, right? And of course is purchase is equal to true, making sure they actually bought it. And then lastly, oh my bad, and purchase complete is equal to false, so that it's not giving them the same reward multiple times. Then press enter, and then purchase complete will now be set to true. Boom. And then we're going to give them their coin reward. So we're just going to say player dot leader stats dot coins dot value is plus equal whatever the coin amount was. So yeah, so coin amounts, and then after you're gonna go after the to end, and then you're gonna set up the else if for the purchase type. So you're gonna say else if purchase type is equal to unit. So this is for if the person is trying to buy just a specific unit. Then you're going to create a variable for the unit name. So unit name is equal to R2, right? Then you're gonna set an if statement. You're gonna say if unit name is equal to in quotation marks, then you put whatever the name of the unit is. So for me, it would be green laser cameraman. Enter. So I'm only doing one. If you got, assuming you guys probably have multiple units that you're selling for Roblox, you would just do else if. Like the same concept would apply for like what we did up here and stuff, right? So we're just gonna say if, and then we're gonna say we're gonna wait. My brain just went blank. Oh, we're gonna say MPS. Same thing. Prompt product. Where's it? Yeah, prompt product purchase player. Then you need to get the specific product ID. So what we're gonna do is game settings modulation, same thing. So I created the fifth one specifically for the unit. So copy ID to clipboard, right? Boom, Control V. You're gonna go after the if statement, right? You're gonna go after the if statement, and then you can really just copy and paste to save yourself some time and stuff. You're just gonna copy and paste the purchase complete variable along with the prompt product purchase. Control C, Control V. And then the only thing you're going to do different about this is that you're going to, we don't need this part, we're going to create the owned unit. So you're going to say local owned unit, you're going to add it so that the player now owns it, is equal to instance.new, in quotation marks, it'll be a bool value. Then you're going to parent it to the owned units folder, so owned units, enter, then owned unit.name is equal to unit name, and then the owned unit.value is equal to false, because obviously setting it to true would mean it's like it's equipped, which it's not. And then we can go ahead and test to make sure this works. As always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts or models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. Highly recommend it and stuff. And let's go ahead and press play to test. Wow, that was the quickest I've ever seen. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna no, actually no, I don't have that many coins because I had 1 million before, but yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna press shop. So far, open and close works. Perfect. Okay. So let's test the coin. Let's test the coins. So if I press this once, you guys see it's being prompted. Oh, by the way, you should probably name your developer products. I think I mentioned that, but yeah, because obviously you wanted to say, would you like to buy 100 coins, not developer product one. So yeah. So then I get it. Then once you press OK, wait for it. It'll be delayed. Wait. Didn't it just give me more than 200? Wait, hold on. Let me see this real quick. See, that's what I'm talking about. It gave the reward multiple times. I'm not sure why it gave the reward multiple times. That means I must have did something wrong. Let's see. Purchase complete is equal to false if player ID and is purchased is equal to true, and purchase complete is equal to false and purchase complete is equal to true. Strange, very strange, very strange. Okay, let's see this. I guess I'll just have to debug this. I honestly have no, because like I was experiencing the same issue before, but when I was testing, it was working. It worked just fine because I thought I fixed it. Let me see. Okay, so I think it did just give me 200, but then if I do it now, what'll happen? Wait, I'm confused now. Is it giving me more than 200 or? No, it's giving me I'm so confused. What was going on? Or yeah, y'all see it's now giving me the proper numerical values. And now it'll jump to 74,400. Yeah, what the? And then it'll be 94,400. Well, okay, I guess it's working. If you guys do experience issues like that in the real like testing thing, just let me know and I will investigate. I'll try to see if I can figure out what it exactly caused that. I don't know if maybe it's just a studio thing or I don't know, but yeah. So then let's test the unit thing. If I open up players, go to own units, you'll notice I do have the green laser cameraman. The reason for that is because obviously I tested this before, I made the video. So I'm just gonna delete that from my own units, and then I'm gonna press it. So then I'm trying to purchase an individual unit. So boom, purchase. Wait for it. It's a little delayed. Boom, there we go. Now I own the unit. So yeah, that's how you make a simple shop system. So you can purchase, players can purchase units, specific units, as well as purchase coins for Robux and stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been highly requested and stuff. Like I said, if you guys find any bugs, just let me know in the comments, and I will try to have them addressed in the next part of the tower defense series. If you're enjoying the series, definitely leave a like, subscribe. That'll keep the series going. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys have shown on the channel. Really do appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Yo, switch on today's video. I got part 10 of how to make a tower defense game, how to make a tower defense game series and stuff. This part will cover lobby revamp and stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the I tried to make a tower defense game video and stuff that I dropped probably like a week before this video releases and stuff. Let's see, most of the changes are really for the wave system, but there are some changes for the lobby system. For example, I have something that a lot of people have wanted. A lot of people have wanted to see using images for units instead of text, so I finally made that and stuff. So let's go ahead and let's get straight into it. So the first thing I wanted to change with the teleport system, I honestly just don't like it and stuff. I made a more simplistic teleport system, which is like you just walk into a teleporter, you press a button, and then it teleports you to the other server rather than standing on a platform for 20 seconds and stuff. I just prefer it like that. Now, if you like the way the teleport system is now, you can ignore this part, or if you just don't care to change it, you can just ignore this part, skip on ahead until we get into the unit stuff. But I just wanted to change the teleport system and stuff, right? So I'm going to go ahead and delete the teleporter, the teleport pad, right? I'm going to delete the base plate. I just pretty much changed the whole map around for that video. So I'm going to insert a part, right? I'm going to scale the part, oh, wrong way, or wrong direction. I'm meaning to scale to the side, so like this, right? I want like a floor, and that's literally what this is. It's going to be a floor. This is where the players are going to walk around, so just like a pretty big square. I'm going to name this part to floor and stuff. Of course, we'll make sure it's anchored, can't collide, and then just make it look, just make it look nice type thing. Make it transparent, make it, make it look a nice light blue type of color going or something like that. I don't know. And then I'm going to get, or actually, no, I want a darker color. I changed my mind. Oh yeah, like a nice little black or something like that. So yeah, then I'm gonna get a spawn, I'm gonna move it, drop it in the middle, of course, right? So boom, drop it like in the middle, boom, down there, make it transparent, disable can't collide. I'm gonna destroy or delete the decal, and then I'm gonna get these teleporters from the workspace. So literally just search up teleporter. Again, if this is what you want to do. And then I'm just gonna get these teleporters by someone named Endorsed. So shout out to whoever that is. And then okay, I don't need any of the scripts. I plan to delete all of them. I don't need any of these scripts stuff. I just need the parts inside, because you guys know I'm not the type of builder or anything. So boom, delete, remove all the scripts, right? And then we have these teleporters, right? I'm gonna just delete one, and then parent the other one to the workspace, delete teleports, and then I'm gonna bring this over. I'm gonna have 4. The way I'm thinking is like this. I'm gonna have 4 in different directions and stuff, right? I'm gonna do this a little differently than how I did it in the I tried to make a tower defense game video. I had like these long platforms and stuff where people had to walk to, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna have the teleporters like in a box type area, like one in the middle of each side. So we have this teleporter, right? You want to go ahead and make it so that these doors or windows, whatever you want to call it, I think these are the doors. You want to make it so that these are open. So select the frame and glass and base and everything, make them fully transparent, disable can collide, right? So players can walk through them, so they can enter inside, and then we have this button inside. So let's see, yeah, the button. And it's already, okay, perfect. It's already named button. I didn't know if it was already named that by default. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much it with the teleporters, yeah. So then I'm just gonna duplicate this, Control D, drag this to the other side, do a full 90-degree rotation, or wait, no, sorry, 180. 180, about right there, close enough. Then I'm going to, boom, Control D, duplicate this again, drag this over here, and then I'm gonna rotate this so it's facing this way, so something like that. Then move it over there. Let's see. Okay, that's good. Duplicate again. Control plus D. Drag it over here. Boom. Again, I say again, this is all just optional. You guys don't have to do this, but yeah. So then we have the teleporters. I feel like this is just the way cooler way. You walk into a teleport, you press the button, and then I'm gonna have like a blur effect and everything. It's much cooler in my opinion. Yeah. So we have our teleporters and everything, right? Just press run just to see if everything. Okay. And don't worry about that error and stuff. It's because I deleted the other teleport stuff. So yeah, once we've done that, now we're gonna get into the stuff that you guys really want to see and stuff. Time for unit images. Okay, so head on over to replicated storage. I already have my folder simply because I didn't feel like remembering all of these image ID or images and stuff because I already deleted the pictures off my computer. So pretty much what this is, you guys already know, just insert a folder, click the plus icon and in replicated storage, insert a folder, rename that folder to unit images. As you guys probably can tell, these are going to be the images for each unit, right? So then you go inside and then you have image buttons and stuff. So click the plus icon on the unit images folder and then you have image buttons. So you're going to rename the image button to the name of the unit. Naming is very important. Make sure you give it the exact same name as the units, right? So I have 5 units: Barbarian, Knight, Ninja, Samurai, and Viking, just like basic classes, right? You guys can customize them pretty much any way you want. That doesn't really matter. All you really need to make sure you do is just name them properly and have the image and stuff. So images, you just add image and then you just get pictures from the internet or just create them. I don't know, it's up to you guys and stuff. I just got them off of like an icon, a free icon website. That's how I made mine. But yeah, so I have my images and stuff. I have UI corners and all that, but it's not really important. Again, all that's important is that the name and you make sure you assign it an image and stuff like that. And yeah, that's really it. Just put them inside your image folder, keep it inside of replicated storage because we want to be able to access this on both the server side and the client side. And then yeah, that's it for that part. Then we can go ahead and move on to making a unit folder. I'll make this with you guys. So plus icon, insert a folder. Now this folder is going to be named units and stuff. I don't believe we have this and stuff. The reason we're going to have this folder on both the lobby and the wave system and stuff is so that we can is so that players are able to see the stats of units and stuff regardless of whether they're just chilling in the lobby or if they're actually in the wave system. So like they're at the wave place, I should say, right? So we have our folder for units, right? We're going to insert our units into it. Now to get units, again, I just went to the the toolbox, sorry. Alright guys, we are back. So I was experiencing some issues and stuff, but anyway, I was experiencing some issues with the recording and everything, but we're back. So pretty much what I was saying is you go to the toolbox, you would find all of your units and stuff like that if you don't already have them. So pretty much for me, as you can see, I already have my units here and stuff. I'm just showing you guys how I got them. I got them all from the toolbox, as you can clearly see somewhat, I should say. But yeah, so all I did was just search up the name since I just pretty much showed basic names that are like classes and stuff. So like I just searched up Knight, for example. That's not how you spell Knight. Knight. Why can I not spell? So I just searched like Knight, Viking, and then I just got a model. Some things I would recommend doing if you plan to do it like this, I'd recommend removing the scripts out of those because you don't know what those scripts are going to do, or you probably just don't need them and stuff. So just remove the scripts and everything. Probably make note of if they are R6, like this is R6, or if they're R15 and stuff, right? Because you will be playing animations on the units and stuff, like they'll have attacking animations. We'll get to that when we get to the wave place and everything, right? And then make sure you name your unit name should match, like the names of the units inside of the units folder should match the names of the units inside of the unit images folder. You guys see how they all match and stuff, right? One last thing to note, I have these, how many is this? 5 values, right? I have cooldown, max damage, minimum damage, price, and range stuff. These are all number values. All you have to do is click the plus icon on your unit, type in a number value, rename it. So you need a cooldown value, you need a max damage value, a min damage value, the price of the unit to spawn it, and the range and stuff. Most of this stuff, aside from the price, is going to be displayed when you click on units. You're going to be able to see the stats and stuff. You're going to see the stats display and everything. So pretty much, yeah, that's it. The reason I had this already done was because I did this with y'all in a recording, but I didn't realize the recording had froze. So y'all heard me, but y'all couldn't see what I was doing. That's why it's already done. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys can get this done. I don't think it was really that difficult to do. But yeah. So just like that, we have finished with the folders and stuff, and then now we're gonna move on to the UI changes. Then just get some sound effects for the teleporter, and then we can get to the scripting. So for the sound service, I'm just gonna get 3 sounds. The reason is just to make the teleportation process better, right? Oh, I just realized that is accidentally, oh, well, they're out of order, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so pretty much we're just gonna make some changes to the UI, and then we're gonna get to the sounds and stuff. So first things first, you guys probably guessed it, we're gonna have to change up the stuff in the hotbar and stuff. These are gonna be image labels now, and we're gonna have to, give them new names. So click the plus icon, insert not a text label, my bad, an image label. So you're gonna drop in an image label and then follow the same naming scheme. So unit 1, and then just of course change it to image label rather than text label. And then we're just gonna get the background. Same thing with the 0.5 background transparency, and then 61 by 61 by 61 for the background color. So boom, then 0.5. Oh wait, I just realized that doesn't, I don't think that actually, yeah, I don't really think that matters. But how did I get, I'm trying to think, how did I, oh, my fault, it's the image color, that's what it is. Yeah, sorry, image color. That's what I meant to do. And then image transparency, no, it's not supposed to be, I'm trying to think, I think this is supposed to be 0. And then is the background supposed to be, huh? Yeah, I really have no idea. How I did this the first time. I really don't remember, but I think I think that should be good though. But yeah. So yeah, I honestly have no idea how I did this the first time. I think maybe I did it like this, and then I did background transparency 61 by 61. Yeah, this must have been how I did it. Yeah. And then 0.5. Yeah, there we go. That's how well, I meant 0.5 and not 0.6, but that's how I did it. So 0.5. Just out of curiosity, if I did set this to like a random image, so it wouldn't, okay. So back to the placeholder, okay. So anyway, so you're pretty much going to find the corresponding text label, which has the keybind. You're going to drop it, you're going to reparent it, and then you're just going to duplicate it. So Control D, delete that text label, it's the old one, then insert, then, rename. So unit 2 image text label, delete the keybind in it, then find the corresponding text label, insert the keybind text label, delete, rinse, repeat. Just do the same thing until you replace all of them. So for me, I have 5 units, or I'm gonna have it so that you can have 5 units at a time. So I'm gonna do this 2 more times. That's for a total of 5 times. So duplicate unit 3, image label, rename it to unit 4, image label, delete the keybind. Oh, sorry, not rename, delete, and then drag in the unit 4 keybind, and then we're just going to do the last one. So duplicate unit 4 image label, then rename this to unit 5 image label, delete the keybind, and then drag it in, and then delete this, and then boom. Just like that, we are good. Just like that, we are good to go. I'm still a little confused because if the image is fully transparent, or I guess maybe we could set it to like 0.5. Yeah, honestly, I don't know how this is supposed to work. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know how this is supposed to work. I just know background transparency was we just had the background color. Oh, I know. I just remembered. I know how to do it. Okay, sorry guys. I remember. Okay, so set image transparency to 0, right? And then you just want to delete the image and stuff. Cause I forgot that's a placeholder. I just remembered that's a placeholder by Roblox and stuff. I forgot that it is technically an image. So yeah, there we go. Just delete that and then leave the background color and everything to what we had that as. But yeah, so we're done with updating that. Let me just double check we're good. Okay, we're good. Sorry guys, gotta make sure we're good and stuff. You guys have no idea how annoying it is to do it for 30 minutes and then come back and it's not even done. But anyway, let's go ahead and get straight back into it. So the next thing, I'm trying to think, what was the next thing, honestly? Oh, the teleport frame that I don't even think I don't believe I needed it. I don't think I needed this anymore. If I remember correctly, I didn't need this. So yeah, we can delete the teleport frame and stuff. Again, if you are keeping the teleport system the way I made it, before the first time and all that, then leave that. But if you did it like the way I did it in this video, then just delete that. We're moving to the summon system to make a quick change. So make the summon frame visible and stuff. This is going to be very quick. Just move the you have summon text label right under the coin. So just going to move it up and we're going to have an image. So click the plus icon on the summon frame. You're going to insert a image label. So we're going to display the image. So we're going to have the name of the unit as well as like an image and stuff, right? For sizing, I'm just going to go with 125 by 125. So I just do 125. Then just kind of drag this centered a little bit. And then you're going to want to rename this image label to summon image label, right? And then we're just, we're going for the same thing here. So 61, back transparency 0.5, and then no placeholder image. And then, yeah. So that looks good. Oh, by the way, make sure you use. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this. Make sure you set the scale type to I think it's fit. I believe it's, yeah, I believe it's fit. So let's go ahead and make sure we go do that for all of these too. Just make sure you set all of them to fit. I thought it was supposed to be fit, right? And then just like that, we're done with the summon and stuff. So then we're just gonna go modify the unit frame a little bit. So make the unit frame visible. And then all we're going to do is insert the unit info frame into it and stuff. Currently we don't have that, and we're not going to waste 5 to 10 minutes making it. So simply, to save yourself some time, view right here, open asset manager. You're going to open your second place, pretty much the place with, the wave system and stuff. Because if you recall, we already created this system. So we're just going to just transfer it over. Why waste time making a whole new thing or remaking it? So just go find the unit info frame, home, copy. Do not close this out just yet. We're going to go back, and then you're going to paste this into the units frame. So paste into, and then of course we'll make it visible, drag it to make sure it's, in the proper place. So like over here, you no longer need a close button, because this is going to be open and closed based on like the player whatever they're hovering over. So if they're hovering over a unit, it'll open itself and have all the stats. Once they, like, their mouse leaves the unit and stuff like that, like the unit image button, or yeah, unit image button, then this will no longer display anymore. So yeah, so we have our unit frame, make it no longer visible, make the unit frame no longer visible as well. That's it for the UI changes and everything. So yeah, I believe we're just ready to get to the sounds, and then we can get to the scripting. So let's go down to the sound service. So we need sounds for the teleporting. We need 3 sounds. We need a sound for when you press the button, a sound for doors closing, and a sound for when you teleport. So let me see. So I'm just going to get the recent audios I already had and stuff. I didn't even realize, I forgot there's a recent audio thing. So I'm just gonna get this. This is my button audio. Wait, no, because this is the button view. Yeah, that's the button view. Okay. So I'm gonna go to audio. So I got the button, right? Or wait. Let me, I forgot, I need to turn the volume up on this because this sound is for some reason very low. Yeah, okay. That's the button. So you could just go to audio, find your own sounds. So let me get a door close sound. Let's see. Or closed door. Maybe something like that. And then lastly, we just need a gone sound, so like a teleport sound, just like a bleep or like a bloop or something, Not that. Not like a jet. Let's see. No. No. It'd be so hard to find some sound effects sometimes. I think that one is decent. Like, if I just turn the volume up and then listen to it. That's decent. So, I'm going to rename this sound to, this will be my button sound. Then this would be the door closing sound, so this will be my door sound. And then lastly we have gone, which pretty much the player is gone. They have teleported and they are no longer in the place. So drag that into the sound service and then make sure you parent all of these correctly to the sound service. Boom, and just like that we can finally get into the scripting aspect. Okay, and we are good. So we can finally get into the scripting aspect, so go to the local core script and stuff. I just realized I'm gonna have to undo everything I did. Like I said, I kid you not, I literally did this with y'all. But my thing froze mid thing. So I don't wanna just show y'all everything I did, because I usually do that when I first started making videos. People didn't like that because they would miss things. So that's why I prefer to go along with you guys now and stuff individually. So I'm just gonna undo all that and redo it. So okay, first thing first, we have to create a variable for our unit images folder as well as our units folder, because this is more so our unit info folder while this is our images. So create your variables first. Units folder, so units is equal to game.replicated storage, wait for child, units, then same thing, units images is equal to game that replicated storage, wait for child, unit images, right? And then we are going to scroll down a little bit, simply just change this from text button to image button, since remember we're not moving with image buttons and stuff. Then we're going to change this. It's no longer unit text button, it is unit image button, right? So boom, then just update the name, Control C, Control V, 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 and Control V. Boom. Then we gotta change a good deal of things. So obviously we are creating an image button, no longer a text button. We're still parenting it to the same place. Of course, naming is still the same except for changing it to image button. Since there's no longer any text, we are going to set the image, right? So image is equal to, and here's how we're going to do it, because we're going to use this multiple times. We are going to say unit images, regular brackets, and then it's going to search for the specific image. So we're going to say v.name, and so that's the name of the unit, then dot image, right? And then as for the background color, went with like a 0, I just went with like 0.25 by 25, so like 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, so like a dark grayish color. And then obviously there's no text, so rich text obviously isn't a thing. Then we have our image color 3, and then this, I believe it's like a dark, I think it was just black. I think that's just what I went with, like 0 by 0 by 0, so yeah, just black. Then after that, this was the scale type I had mentioned, so scale type, delete the bold. So, and then you're just gonna replace true with enum dot scale type dot, I believe it was fit, yeah, fit. And then for the last thing, we just have to replace this with a UI corner. So create a UI corner. It's equal to instance.new UI corner. Parent this to the unit image button. UI corner dot corner radius is equal to UDM singular, not UDM2, just UDM. Then you're gonna say 0, 15. And then we're gonna have to change these things a little bit. So first things first, this is an image label, no longer a text label. And then there is no text, it is now an image. So image is equal to, for this, you're gonna say v2.image. Then you're gonna come down here, instead of sending over the text of v2, you're just gonna say v2.name, which is the name of the unit, right? And then you're resetting the image. So v2.image, then leave that as is. Go down here, you're changing this once again, text label to, oh sorry, not image button, image label, then v3.image, right? And then once again, changing image, not text. So image, so then the image will be equal to, once again, we're gonna do the same thing, it's equal to unit images, regular bracket, and then you're gonna say v.name, go on the outside, dot image. So it'll update the image, I should say. And then same thing down here, change this to v.name, so the name of the unit. And then we're going to create a unit info display system and stuff. So whenever you hover over the picture of the unit and stuff, it'll give you the stats on it. So we're going to skip 3 ends. Then we're going to set up this function. So I'm going to say unit image button dot mouse enter connect function close parentheses enter, and then we're going to say for I4 V4 in pairs, and then you're going to say unit. So this is units, by the way. So you're going to say units, right? Units get children enter, right? And then you're going to use an if statement. So if V4, oh my bad, v4.name is why I said naming is important, so make sure the names match. v4.name is equal to v.name, so make sure it's the correct unit, enter. And then we're just setting a whole bunch of stats. Sorry, not unit image button. So you're going to say units frame. We have to create a variable for that. So let's go up here in between, setting the units frame visibility equal to true, and removing the image buttons. We're going to just create a variable for the units frame. So units frame is equal to core GUI units text button units frame. Go back down, and then we're just going to set it. So units frame units info frame. For the first thing, of course, it will be the name. So name of the text label is equal to text is equal to v4, and then you're just gonna say name, right? Then for the next thing, units frame unit info frame. Then for this will be the range. So range text label text is equal to quotation marks range colon space on the outside. Then v4.range.value. If you're confused, we are referring to this unit folder, and then the specific units, and then the values inside that we created and stuff at the beginning, right? cooldown, maximum damage, price, and range. But price, we're not displaying the price. That's not needed here. It's only needed in the wave place. But yeah. So then units frame, dot unit info frame. The next thing would be the cooldown. So cooldown text label dot text equal to quotation marks cooldown dot v4 dot cooldown dot value. Then for the next thing we have the damage. So unit info frame dot damage text label dot text is equal to quotation marks. We're gonna say damage colon dot dot. Because remember it is a range, so we're gonna say v4 dot min damage value. Dot quotation marks, put a dash, space, so 2 spaces, then dot, then v4 dot max damage, that value, and then lastly we're going to make it visible. So units frame dot unit info frame dot visible is equal to true, and then we are going to skip this function, so the mouse enter function. So I believe it's another 3 ends, I think, yeah. So just skipping another 3 ends, and then we're just going to make it so that it closes. So unit image button dot mouse leave, obviously the opposite of mouse enter, connect function, close parentheses, enter. And then simply you're just going to say units frame, the unit info frame dot visible is equal to false. And then just like that, we are done there so far. Just checking in to see, okay, we are good. So then I'm going to scroll down, actually a pretty good amount and stuff. We're going all the way down to the right here to the summon stuff. So let me just move this over. We're going to go after here because remember we're still going to display the name of the unit. We also just want to display the image of it as well. So core GUI dot summon text button dot summon frame dot summon image label dot image is equal to literally the same exact thing we did up there. So units images, regular bracket, summon unit, because that's the name of the unit, and then dot image. Let's go down. We're going to create a new event, or actually hold on, let's find the trade event, and then we'll click 0, save ourselves some time. So enter. Else if event type is equal to quotation marks reward. So I just want to explain this. So pretty much this function, the function will fire, or the remote event will fire, it'll automatically fire every time the player joins the game. It's going to check to see if there's any teleport data. If there's not teleport data, then that means the player just either joined the game, they're just joining the game regularly, or they just came from the wave place, but they didn't actually beat anything. They lost, or they just returned for whatever reason. If there is teleport data, that means they just won in the reward. Like they just beat, I don't know, 15 waves and stuff, and now they're coming to get their coins and stuff, like or not their coins, their money and stuff, their reward. So create a variable for received data. So receive the data is equal to TPS. We got to create a TPS variable. And that reminds me, we can replace the teleport 1 variable since we no longer need this. So TPS is equal to game get service, then teleport service, then scroll all the way back down, and then we're gonna say TPS. It's like get local player teleport data. So if received data is not equal to nil, which means if it's nil, that means there's no data, which means they just joined the game regularly, or they just rejoined and they didn't win anything. If it's not nil, that means there's actually a reward. There's supposed to be an amount of money they're supposed to receive. So we're going to fire them what event? Core event, fire server, quotation marks, reward, and then send over the data so they know. So the server knows how much money they're supposed to receive. Just like that, we're done with the local script, and we can move on to the server script. So we're gonna do some deleting and some adding stuff, right? So nothing added to the leader stats. All we're doing is we're gonna go after the while loop right here, and you're just gonna fire literally what I was just talking about. So core event, fire client, singular, player, quotation marks, rejoined and stuff. It'll check to see if they actually rejoin. That's the point of the if statement. And then after that, I'm just changing the basic create chances, and I'm just changing all this stuff simply. I'm only changing this because my units and stuff, because I changed the names and stuff. If you guys didn't change the name of your units and stuff, and like you're still using the same thing, which you should be, I wouldn't see why y'all would change it to mine. But let's say if you did, then obviously we need to update these to reflect these and stuff, right? So I have 5 units, but over here we have 6. So I would probably just have to delete 1. Yeah, I guess I would. Yeah, I guess I just have to delete 1, honestly. But then I feel like this is unbalanced because it doesn't really make any sense. Because if it's choosing a random number, yeah, I feel like it'll be fine. The point is, I would recommend just doing it balanced. Make sure you have like 6, or just keep it balanced and stuff. Just keep it even. But I'm gonna remove 1. But hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. Then I'm just gonna rename them to fit the names that we have over there. So let's go on. Let's just go in order. So barbarian, and also very important, make sure you spell them exactly as they are spelled over here. The name should reflect all across, whether it be on the scripts, in the folders, it doesn't matter. Then ninja. And then let's say our mythics are the samurai and the Viking. Which, going by names, like those would be like, you know, the best type of units. And then we're gonna go down. We're just go down and stuff. You're gonna find the trade right here. Trade. I forgot trade actually isn't as long. Oh no, never mind. Trade is pretty long. So we're gonna find, sorry, shop. That's what we're looking for. I forgot I added this in the last part. So you're gonna press enter after the shop event, and then you're gonna say else if event type is equal to reward. This will be real quick. We're adding this. This will be real quick. All we're gonna do is we are going to just create a variable, so reward amount. The only reason this event will be fired back to the server is that means they deserve a reward, so reward amount is equal to arg1 because we sent that over, and then we're gonna give that player that reward. So player dot leader stats dot money dot value is plus equal to reward amount, right? And then we're done there. All we have to do, right? All we have to do is just redo the teleport stuff. So great news, you can delete all of this stuff. Again, only if you did the teleport system the way I just did it in this video. If you left the teleport system as is, then just leave all the stuff. But yeah, since I changed it, then I probably will need the teleport service and the HTTP service. But then let me just check. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay. Oh, it's only 20 minutes. Oh, perfect. Okay. So yeah. So by the way, when you go test like in the wave system, it's not gonna work because we haven't done stuff over there. Don't worry. I plan to literally have like if you're watching this on a Monday, then part 11 will come out on Wednesday. Part 11 will come out Wednesday. If you're watching it on Wednesday, it'll come out Friday. If you're watching on Friday, it'll come out Monday. I don't want to. I'm trying to avoid you guys having to wait an entire weekend though, because it's not, because the wave system is probably going to break because there's no, we haven't configured it so that the images transfer over there and they work over there properly. So yeah, we're doing that in the next part though. So we need the teleport service, the HTTP service, and lastly the sound service. So game get service sounds. I swear to God, I hate that get children, how it like defaults to get children so much. But anyway. So this is going to be kind of long, but it's very simple, honestly. It's extremely simple and stuff, right? It's extremely simple to understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to just say for IV in pairs, workspace, get children, enter. Again, if you have your own teleport system or you're using the old one, then you're done and stuff. Just, make sure everything works. But of course, stay to the end to make sure everything, when I test, everything works and stuff like that. But if Vita name is equal to teleporter, right? You're going to set up the function, so I'll put a space and then I'll just say, I need to create a variable. Local teleporter is equal to V. Then I'm going to set up the function. So boom. And then I'm going to say teleporter dot button. So you're going to find the button. See, we're already experiencing an issue. I'm confused. Why isn't it? Oh, I guess I'm just out of curiosity. Oh, I see. Okay. So we won't even know until then. All right, never mind. So we're going to say dot button. And then we need to add a click detector to the button, right? So we have the button. Wait, they came with their own sounds? Bruh, that's where I'm so mad. I forgot they came with their own sounds. You guys, okay, so you guys have a choice. You could either use these sounds that it came with or just use the ones you got. I prefer these sounds. That's actually what, bro, I'm so mad. I spent all that time looking for those. Yeah, I prefer that one so much better. And then the door sound. Yeah, this one. Bruh, it's so much better. I'm actually mad, bruh. Okay. 3 seconds. Okay, there we go. Boom, and then I'll just leave the gone sound. Okay. Back to what I was doing now. So button, and then we need to add a click. Oh, I forgot they already have one. Perfect. They pretty much were doing the work for us. So click detector dot mouse click connect function in parentheses, put P large for the player, enter, and then you're going to create a table and stuff. So we're going to get all of the units the player has equipped. So I just want to make it clear, this is a single teleport system and stuff, right? Like it's only going to teleport regardless, even if there's 2 people standing inside. It's only going to teleport the person who clicked it and stuff like that. So it's much more it's much more simplistic than what I had before. So we're just gonna get the equipped units list. So equipped units list equal to special brackets. We're creating a table. Then use for I loop for I2 v2 in pairs. You're gonna say player the owned units folder. Then of course get children close parentheses enter. Oh my bad. Enter. And then you're gonna say if v2 dot value remember is equal to true. That's how we check to see if it's equipped or not. Then table dot insert. And then you would say, you know, adding it to the equipped units list, and then you're gonna add the name of the unit. And then afterwards, after the for I loop, you would then, you know, create a variable for the sent data or sent data equal to HS JSON decode, or is it? Oh, sorry, not decode, encode. And then, you know, the equipped units list. It's very similar to what we did before, or I think pretty much the same. And then we're gonna, of course, begin the teleporting sequence. So teleport, and then you would put your place ID. So you guys should remember this. Asset manager, find your wave place, copy ID, right click, copy ID to clipboard, control V, comma, player, and then send over the sent data. Then I'm gonna say teleporter dot, but I'm gonna disable the click detector. So dot click detector dot max activation distance is equal to 0. So I'm just disabling it because I don't want it to glitch where like if a person just sit there and spammed it, it would like try to teleport them multiple times and it would just cause glitches and issues and the sound effects would play multiple times. I just don't want that. So yeah. So then I'm gonna play the button sound. So play the button sound, test wait 0.3 seconds, and then after the door sound, yeah. The doors are being shut. And then I'm gonna use another for I loop, so for I3 v3 in pairs. Then for this, I'm just gonna say teleporter dot doors. You get children. That's not how you spell children. Children close parentheses, right? And then I'm gonna say v2. And then the great thing is we're just gonna get to copy and paste this. So can collide is equal to true, right? Or sorry, not v2. I meant v3. Right, and then let's just copy and paste. So let's just save ourselves some time. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. So yeah. So first is the frame, then there's the glass, then there's the base, and then lastly for this is just the transparency. So transparency, then Control C, then Control C, Control V, Control V, and then just set these to 0, and then the oh, I forgot to change these as well. So glass and base. So the glass is supposed to be set to 0.8, and then this is set to 0. And after this, we can fire the remote events. So core event. Wait, I just realized I never did do the teleport stuff on the. Damn, I just realized I never did do the teleport stuff on the I never did the teleport stuff on the client side. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, it doesn't matter. We should be fine regardless. So anyway, back to what I was saying. We're gonna wait about wait 7 seconds because it takes a minute for the teleport to work. So then we'll play the gone sound effect, and then once pretty much by this time the player should be gone. So we're just gonna copy and paste, Control C, Control V, and then just get this Control C, Control V. I believe the button max activation distance by default 4, so we're just gonna set that back to 4. So make it so that another player can come in and teleport elsewhere. So it's equal to 4, right? And then just do these, set everything to the opposite. So false, 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 and then 1, 1, and 1, and just like that, we are done, guys. Let's go ahead and test to make sure everything works. As always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts and models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. As always, let's go ahead and test. Okay. So first things for I just realized we should probably go into an actual place to test to make sure that like we're able to teleport. But what we can test is the summon system. So first of all, basic crate. If I summon, oh, there we go. You guys see, I got my. Why is it delayed? Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, it's the same thing. I'm summoning the same thing. It's a little delayed, as you guys could see, or. Oh, no, never mind. I guess not. Never mind. Well, anyway. Oh, by the way, if you wanted to avoid that, like, hold on. Let me let me keep summoning until I get it. If you want to avoid like this, like you see how they're like different colors, even though that shouldn't be a problem for y'all. The only reason it's a problem for me is because I'm just getting random images off the internet. You could avoid this by, I believe, just hold on. I believe you do this, but I'm trying to remember what I did exactly, but I believe I just did this. Image color set, yeah, that's what I did. I just set image color to black, so all of them would have the same, just that blacked out color. And then mythic, yep, mythic works the same. Okay, boom. Image system is working for our summon system, and one issue. Okay. Oh, okay. I know why this is. You guys should probably not be experiencing that. The only reason I'm experiencing this issue is because I have other units saved that like aren't, that like, you know, like these are the old units and stuff. I don't have these anymore. So I'm just gonna clear out all of my own units and then just see. So I'm gonna just delete all of these. Now I own nothing, right? And then you see there's nothing here. Ignore that error. If I go back into the summon system, and then I'm just gonna spam it since I have a whole bunch of money. Then the mythic crate, and then it fills up with, now I have all the units. Boom, just like that. Now you see we have all the units with their images. And then you see we have all the stats. We have the stats to the left and stuff. I forgot to put the space, but oh yeah, I forgot that with cooldown. But yeah, so everything is looking right. The only thing is you probably would want to change the size of the units. That's something I could honestly think of. You probably would want to change the size of the buttons, I should say. Unless you like it like this. If you like it like this, you could leave it. But you could also just change the size of the units by going to the unit text. Not here. Let me just show y'all so people don't get confused. If you want to change that, you would just go to the core GUI, unit text button, unit frame, own units frame, and adjust this sizing right here. But I did realize I did make a mistake, and I forgot to, right here. Cooldown is supposed to be a colon and a space. There we go. So yeah, just that everything is working fine so far. Last thing I wanted to test was the teleport system. Oh, the equip system. Okay, perfect. And the equip system works as well. Boom, everything is working great. All right, so if I click the button, function expected got string table dot sort. Oh, my bad. I did not mean to do that. Table dot insert. I don't even think I've ever used table dot sort, honestly. Okay, there we go. And then, yeah, you should receive that error since we are in studio. But perfect. Okay, everything works and stuff. Hope you guys are enjoying. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are enjoying the revamp. Trust me when I tell you, what we've done here is minuscule compared to what we're going to do when we go over to the wave system. Just to give you a little sneak peek. Well, you could just go watch the tower. I tried to make a tower defense game video to see what we're gonna do, but just letting you know, I revamped the movement system. The enemies now actually walk to checkpoints, invisible checkpoints, rather than just slide around like a tycoon system. The units have they have weapons and they have their own animations. So like, for example, one of them has like a bow and arrow, so they shoot. So like it plays like a shooting animation. The others have others have the swords and axes and stuff, so they play like a slashing animation. There are sound effects. Each one has their own individual sound effects. The enemies have their own animations as well. So it's just a much better system and stuff. So hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in part 11. Thank you guys for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.